Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Is anyone out there? Anybody out there? I know you guys are like, when is this thing starting? It's gonna start right now. It's gonna start right now. Let's get this going here. It's gonna take just a little bit of time for me to get this thing to cooperate. Looks like it's getting very close. It's booting up right now is what I'm doing. I'm booting it up now. Booting up the game. Just taking a bit. Whoa! Da 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 da. Okay, so like you guys all know this stuff already. Let's maybe dial the sound down just a little bit here. I'm gonna need also to get the software keyboard on because I don't have a 10 keyless keyboard, and this little mem graph thing up in the corner requires that I have the number pad working, which is not what I want, but that's what I got, so that's what we're going to be doing. Welcome tonight to a Kerbal Space Program live stream where we are going to be... Basically, this stream is to show you guys what I'm working on, show you guys what we're going to be doing things, and I'm really going to start... I've been trying forever. I've been trying very hard to get this game working in 1.2.2. And I'm running into the same problems I was running into before with crafts not loading and all that stuff. So these are all the things that I have to update. None of these things are going to solve our problems, but they're there, right? And they're updates that I can make later. So I will do that. But tonight, let me get this out of the way. Let me get memgraph out of the way. There we go. Let's go into the settings really quickly. Just want to show you guys this is... Wow, it's really big. Let's jack these all the way up, or jack that all the way up. I don't need that. I don't need it that high. Let's put it like there or something. I don't know. The UI scale does not need to be this big. That's just silly. Let's bring this down to about there. Nah, I don't even need to be that big. I can make do with that. Camera wobble, internal and external. Well, the internal one, I'm okay with camera wobble. I'm going to put 0.9, but external, I just see no reason for it to be super extreme. So 0.4 it is. Apply that. Graphics settings. Oh, exceptions. Yay. Yeah, I'm not ready for this yet. So don't if you're coming here tonight thinking, "Oh, cool, we're going to see Conquering KSP in 1.2.2 tonight." No, you're not. You're not going to see it working completely, okay? What we're doing tonight is we're trying to save our Kerbals, all right? Save the Kerbals, save the mission, save the world, right? So tonight we're going to be bringing all our Kerbals back home, getting them all situated down on Kerbal, and we're going to take notes, and we're going to see what crafts load, what crafts don't, things like that. And then I'm going to load back into 1.3.3, or we're going to first, this right here is 1.2.2, right? So let's just get this out of the way right now. This is 1.2.2. This is the latest version of KSP, right? I don't know if you can tell. Maybe you can't see it probably very well, but in the bottom right corner, it says the version of the game. Now, if I start the game, if I go to resume saved, there is a save file right there. This is the prior Interstellar Incorporated. This is PII. That's my save file for Conquering KSP, okay? There's like 10 different saves. There's 10 different backups of this file. This file is my holy grail right now, so I'm not losing it. But here, $1.6 million in funds. We're gonna take notes on that. 34 science, 68% reputation. Okay. Now, when I load this file in 1.2.2, what happens is our crafts. There are many crafts that do not load, and many Kerbals die as a result of that. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do tonight is to bring them out of those crafts, bring the Kerbals home, and then, once the Kerbals are home, if we can recover the crafts, cool. If not, whatever, I don't care. But notice, a whole bunch of stuff is going to happen here. A whole bunch of exceptions are going to be thrown. A whole bunch of garbage is thrown. And remote tech options, cool. World scale, all that stuff, whatever, fine, close. Now, if I look at the astronaut complex... Okay, hold on. One minute, guys. Oh, I know why this happened. I'm an idiot. Okay. All right, let's reboot the game. So the reason why these crafts load and the reason why we have these exceptions is because I've made modifications to UKS, or MKS, the mod. I've made modifications so that the crafts show up, and I didn't want to do that. I totally forgot that I had done that. So but we're gonna be stopping and starting the game a whole lot tonight. So if you guys think that this is going to be one of those, we're going to do something awesome. Well, we are. We're going to do something cool, I think. I'm going to try. One of the viewers challenged me to do something. So I'm going to incorporate their challenge into the stream. You guys are telling me that it's choppy and low res. Well, it's got to be just you. I'm hoping. Because, I don't know. It seems fine to me. I need to back out of this. Now, that's okay, though. I don't think you guys will mind. You probably will. It's fine. I need to back out of this because I need to do two things. First thing I need to do is I need to get the save file reinstalled in there. So let's grab... This is my PII backup. So this is the save file for what... This is KSP. My Kerbal folder has two folders right now. There's 113, and then there's 12-X, okay? So 113 and 12-X. So let's go ahead and do this. And I need to get the persistent file right here. Copy that. We're going to paste it into here. Right there. Paste. Replace. Done. Okay. So now the 122 has the same as this. Now what I need to do is go back into the game data folder. Go down to Umbra Space Industries. Find the UKS folder and delete that. Okay, that's all I needed to do, I think. So should be able to load things up like normal now, and we can take a look at what happens for real. We have to figure out which crafts don't load, and then we can work on getting those to be getting those Kerbals off of those crafts. I already know the station, but I want to see the other stuff too, so I had to reload it. Yeah, I probably should update these things. I know docking port alignment indicator just flat out wouldn't work for me at all. Maybe this update fixes a bug that was doing that to me. Chatterer was working just fine, so I guess it has a thing. USI tools, filter extensions. Filter extensions actually wasn't working for me at all, so I'm hoping that this also takes care of that. Carbonite construction, this stuff is all, everything's fine. So here's the mods that are currently working with KSPAC, or KSPAVC. Lots of little things, you know. Nothing that's super concerning, but a lot of little things. These exceptions that get thrown up, though, like, I don't know, you know. It's throwing these up because the crafts don't exist, the parts don't exist. It's looking for them. They're like, hey, you know, we're not finding this stuff. You know, we need to find this stuff. And, you know, it's not there. I might have to start it over. I might have to start over and cheat everything back into position with a brand new save file. And if I have to do that, then I will, but I'd rather not do that. But you might be wondering, for those of you, I see a few names that I'm not familiar with in terms of like stopping by live streams. You may be wondering, why don't you have a camera? And it's because I still don't have a working webcam. As soon as I plug the webcam into my computer, it's as if my entire USB driver goes out. It's as if, like, everything. The Windows just goes bip, 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 like all the sound you'd hear when devices disconnect and reconnect over and over and over again. And it goes on for, I don't know, 20 seconds of blips, and then it just stops. And my mouse stops working while that happens, and my keyboard doesn't work, and my microphone shuts off. I have to completely unplug it and replug it back in order for anyone to hear me. That's happened a couple of times. I don't like that. So anyway, version checker, I could close this down, or maybe I can't. I don't know. There we go. Come on, let me close it. Let me close it. There we go. Okay. Put it right here. Yep, this and this. So anyway, I don't have a working webcam, which is why Outlast hasn't been made. And yeah. He's broke. I am broke, yeah. I'm pretty broke. So anyway. Hopefully this will show you what's wrong and we can get some notes here and figure out which crafts don't work. And then I can save them in the 113 file tonight. So I probably would have had these notes done ahead of time, but I was streaming Skyrim for a while. I just stopped the stream like half hour ago. So I got a quick bite to eat. Took care of my dog really quick. And then started back up tonight. I really wish I had a camera. Sorry about that, guys. I really wish I did. A replacement camera for mine is like, I don't know, like $90 or something. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Okay, hopefully this loads. Come on. Takes a while to load my stuff because of all the mods. 21,000 patches. 21,000 patches. Facebook. Okay. So, same thing as before. Start the game. Start save. Same exact stats as before. Go ahead and load it. I love that intro music. It's just, I get excited every time I hear that song. It's just like, oh, it's so heroic. It's so wonderful. Yes. All right, so we should have a whole bunch of stuff. There we go. Okay, this is what I expected to see. So this craft isn't loading. This craft isn't loading. We have to do it one at a time. So mining base pioneer launch was not loaded. All right, let's see if I can. I'm gonna get my laptop out here. Mining base. Laptop. Up here. Mining base. Do I really have no... Wow, how many windows do I have open here? Let's not have that many. Notes, please. Mining base. Pioneer launch. Okay. Mining base parallel. That's one. Next one is Senil's capsule, which I don't think I could do anything about. I think that's a Kerbal that's in need of rescue. Sun Station. Great. To make another Sun Station. Great. It's because it has the MKV pod and the UKS. So it's all these parts. Everything is MKS and OKS. Like all of this stuff is from USI. The PISS, of course. We knew this one already. The station is... The station is like, I don't know, 70% UKS parts, 80% UKS parts. Like, these are the tubes, the workspaces, the workshops, the agriculture modules, everything. And the Minmus station. That's actually that's actually less than I thought it was. As far as rescuing Kerbals, that's not going to be that bad. So if I take a look at the astronaut complex now, that's what I expected to see. So we've got 5 people: Farbod, Andrew, Felix, Andre, and Ashley. Those are the only ones that survive. They're the only ones that survive this process because they are on the Minmus and Moon science stations. Everyone else who's not on the Moon or Minmus is lost in space, is lost. They're gone forever. Right? So I guess this will be easier than I thought it would be because bringing Kerbals home is actually not that difficult. We just have to bring them home from the station, really. And see if there's any Kerbals anywhere else that's not the station. That should be fine. It should not be a problem, I wouldn't think. Maybe the sun station, no. Mining base, meh. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna quit this. We're gonna load up 113, and this will be pretty easy actually. If I have to redo it from scratch and rebuild things from scratch, I suppose I can. Just would rather not, but I can if I have to. Let's quit this. And we'll load up 113 now, and we'll rescue our Kerbals. It's pretty easy. It's basically the PISS, really. I hate it if upgrading 122 flushes the piss down the toilet. Oh, you're funny. You're really funny. Yeah, you're a very, very funny guy there, Elias. Well done. Okay, so what I need to do is just load. Let's load the Kerbal file, actually. Kerbal 113, and then just right here, this one. And I'm not sure if the stream will pick that up or not. The OBS, I think, is paying attention to the other XE, the other EXE. So it may not show you the game loading right away. We'll see. Actually, it might show it to you just because it's on the display, but I have to switch OBS's sources in order for you to see it, so. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is I'm going to show you guys sort of the process that I'm working on. I was going to work on Kerbal tonight, basically. What this is I was going to work on Kerbal and getting it fixed tonight. And I can't tell whether or not this is actually showing you the game or showing you the display. And it is showing you the game. Okay, cool. Yep, some more versions, but I'm not going to update any of those. You may have also noticed that I had $0 when I loaded it up. I had no money because all of the contracts fail. Every single one. So there's that. But I don't care about those contracts. You know, we don't need to care about the contracts because we have our own mission, right? We don't need to do what Mission Control and Kerbal Space Program says. We have our own overriding mission. So, yeah. So, let's see. Noah, welcome to the stream. I had no clue I was going to stream Kerbal today. Yeah, I did a pretty piss poor job of advertising I was going to do it. Basically, I told the people who frequent other streams that I was going to do it today, and then I also tweeted it. I did tweet that. So if you follow Twitter, you would have saw it, maybe. If you were on the Discord, you definitely would have known. Highly recommend if any of you guys want to know when I'm streaming KSP. If you guys want to know when a live stream starts, I've been doing a lot of it lately, but at the end of the month, the second half of the month, I won't be doing anything because I'll be 15,000 miles away from my home. But the first half of the month here, I've been basically as close to a full-time YouTuber as I can afford to be for the last 2 weeks. I'm getting a lot less sleep, but I love it. Like I'm getting almost no sleep, but I'm just working a lot on this, and I really like it. So I just keep doing it because I love it so much. But if you want insider info, if you will, if you want to know when things are happening, highly recommend follow @HotTipsMedia on Twitter and join the Discord. Discord is a good place to join too. Actually, I think what I might need to do is put links to that stuff in the description today. Did I do that at all? Let me see the stream. Did I do all that? I did, yeah. So there's links to the Twitter in the description. There's links to the website in the description. There's links to the Discord. And if you click the link in the Discord to the Discord, you will join our Discord channel. It's open to everyone. It's free. It's all good. And then you can chat with me whenever you want. You can not there all the time. Not in the community public channel all the time. I'm conversing with patrons. I actually, the only channel I get notified when you chat in it is the patron channel, but I stop in a lot, I think, and chat with you guys a lot, quite a bit. So people will know what I'm doing before I do it if you follow me at the Twitter and if you join the Discord channel. So, and for those of you guys just joining, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's really cool to have so many people interested in what I'm doing. If you're just joining us and you're wondering why I don't have a webcam, it's because I don't have a working webcam right now. It's busted. It's broke. And I don't say it's busted. It's just, it might be a software problem. It clearly, it works. I had a Skype chat with a client today with it. You know, it worked just fine in Skype, but for whatever reason, as soon as I connect it to any of my video recording softwares, Bandicam or OBS, Bandicam actually will do it for a little while. Bandicam, I had it recording about 20 minutes worth of stuff for me today with Bandicam, but OBS, man, like if I even plug the camera in right now with OBS open, if I even plug the camera in, all my USB stuff goes haywire, and Windows gives me that boop, 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 like that little sound you get when you're attaching and detaching devices. It just goes rapid, a rapid succession of those sounds for like a good 10 seconds, and I lose control of everything. So something's up with Open Broadcast software and my webcam. I don't even know if buying a new webcam would fix it, which is, I think, why I've been a little hesitant to fix it. But either way, that's why I don't have a camera today. Otherwise, I'd love to hang out with you guys and like face to face, but I can't. So do what I can for as long as I can. All right, so let's see. What have you missed? Well, you've missed, Thomas is asking what he's missed. You have missed me basically loading up 122 and showing you what happens. That's pretty much all you've missed. I loaded up 122 and I jotted down some notes on the vessels that don't load. And then I just need to make sure that there are no Kerbals in those vessels, which is what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to make sure that no Kerbals are lost in the transition to 122. Then I'm going to see about... well, what I'm hoping to do is I'm going to try to eliminate those crafts. I'm going to try to basically deorbit them, destroy them, whatever it takes. And then the hope is, anyway, that we can load this game into, well, we can load the game into 122 and everything kind of works with no errors. If it doesn't work without errors, then I'll need to restart, like from a fresh, brand new save. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Settings. Let me make sure this really quick. Debris. That's supposed to be way up. I don't know. I'll leave it there. UI scale is good. I don't mind that. Graphics. I should be in 2K. Yep. 86%. Okay, everything's fine there. Terrain scanners I could probably put up to 100 now that I got the 1080 installed, but I don't really think it matters. Okay. So, what I need to do now is this. Start game. Resume save. And this is the same thing we had before, but this time, it should load this time. There should be no problems with it loading this time. Update my profile pics without the fedora. No. You don't like my picture? How could you say such a thing? I don't know. Just kidding. I don't know. I've had that picture for a couple of years now. It's been my picture for. It's basically my professional artist picture. It's also the hat that I wear whenever I'm at work, whenever I'm working on like a film production or something. Okay, so here's the save file we had before. Everything seems to be fine except for the fact that, you know, everything that happened in episode 80, 81, 82, 83, and 84 have not been done yet. But you can take a look at the Kerbals, and all of you guys are still here, except for Bill, Bob, and Valentina, and Jebediah. I replaced you guys last. I replaced those last. I'm pretty sure I remember who was in these things, or who it was that replaced them. I don't. I'm pretty sure like this was Catronics, and like I don't remember. I'll look at the episodes and I'll know, but eventually I'll get you guys replaced. That's not important tonight. Tonight is making sure that everyone is safe, regardless of what your name is. So, okay, so the PISS. We probably should start there. Let's go to the tracking station. And you guys don't see the black loading screens, but there's a big black loading screen that's in my face right now. There it is. Okay, there's our solar system. Back into it. 113. Not bad. I could just redo it in 113. You'd have episodes quicker. But I understand why you guys want me to redo it in 122. I understand. And this was impressive to me. It was almost like a unanimous decision. It was almost like everyone kind of came together and said, This is what we want. Do this. You over there. You do this. So that's what I've been doing. So, PISS. That's where we're going to start. Start with the PISS. Let's just load it. We can see the wonderful frame rates that happened at the PISS. Why is the space station called the PISS? When did that happen? It happened because, I'll tell you as soon as it loads, because I don't know whether or not you guys can. I really don't know if you guys can actually hear me while this is loading. I'm not sure how the stream works in terms of how OBS does it. So I'm going to wait. I think I'll do primarily most of my talking when the game is open, because I'm not sure how much you guys hear me when this happens. But, come on. Oh, is it going to load? It should load. It loaded last time I tried to load it. Today I loaded it. There it is. Oh, the PISS. You are loaded now. These glorious frame rates. They're even more glorious when I'm streaming because it's using my processor power even more. Yeah. Okay, so to my knowledge, somebody asked why this is called the PISS. You notice when I booted the game up, right? It's PII was my save file. That's Prior Interstellar Incorporated, right? It's the sort of the organization that we are, the Prior Interstellar Incorporated. So this is the Prior Interstellar Space Station. Yeah, that's what it spells out, PISS. There you go. That's why. Okay, so to my knowledge, the Bartman is here. I don't know whether or not we've passed Space Camp yet. I don't really care. But to my knowledge, the Bartman combined with this pod here can take everyone back to the surface except for one. So there's one more Kerbal on the station than what these two vehicles can take back. That's what I know so far. So what I'm thinking of doing is loading up the Bartman as full as it can be and taking that back to Kerbin. So let's just do that. I could hyper edit the stuff, but I'm not going to. So let's grab, I don't know, anyone who's in any of these things. Let's go with this one here, maybe. Oh, I'm clicking it right now. Let me do it. Thanks. Nobody's in there. Oh, go figure. How about this one? We got Giovanni in here, okay? Let's transfer Giovanni and get him into this little crew cabin here. And come on. I can't wait to see, like, the performance. Why isn't this working? Transfer. There it goes. I can't wait to see the performance increase we get with 122. Having this station up in 122. The parts are different too. I'm probably going to have to redesign a lot of this stuff, because the parts are not the same. They're a little different, which is why it won't load, right? Because the parts are not there. So there's a lot of different, a lot of changes between this version of UKS and come on, give me the, yeah, Bob is in here. Okay, transfer crew. Transfer. Bob, you can go right in here. There we go. Okay, very close. Wait, did it not work? Hold on. Whoa, hello. Maybe you did work. I don't know. Did you work? Come on. Where are you? Yep, it worked. He's not in there anymore. Here? Nope. Here? Nope. I don't think so. Oh, John's in here. Okay. Yep, maybe John E. Kerman. Let's get him in here. Okay. Let's go with... Come on. Click it. There we go. Transfer. Bill. Let's get you in here, buddy. Everyone load up into the Bartman. I probably won't be able to land the Bartman, so everyone will probably die on the Bartman. No, they won't die. I'll hack gravity if I need to. I will gladly hack gravity if I have to. I don't care. Come on. Transfer crew. We got 2 people in here. Let's grab Valentina. Okay, though this is full, which means we have to put her inside the pod. So let's put Valentina inside the pod. Come on, get out of the way. Put it right here. Inside the pod. Come on. Not gonna do it, are you? Not gonna do it? Nope. You're gonna glitch out on me. This transfer crew thing never was very good. Alright, so I need to click it again. Transfer crew. Come on. This is why. You see what I'm talking about, guys? You see why episodes take forever? You understand now? How in the beginning of this series I was uploading like almost daily. And then I can't get it to do anything. It won't do anything. I need it to transfer crew and it won't do it. It's just stuck in the screen. I can't click off of it either. I want to close these windows and it's not letting me. Click. There. Okay, now same thing. Right click. Transfer crew. Valentina. Transfer to available source here. And still nothing happening. Okay. Not gonna let me do it. Come on, close the box. Oh, close it, please. It just won't close. There's nothing I can do. It's like, I'm gonna freeze up now. You see why? Do you see why I can't record KSP very often? Because this is what I put up with every day. Come on. What are you doing? Let's go. I'm going to close it out. Escape. Get rid of it. Come on. Close the box. These boxes will not. Thank you. Like you have to right click all over the screen to get them to close and they won't. So then you pin it and then you unpin it and then sometimes it will work. So it's like you have to just, it's weird. All right, anyway, so I'm gonna take Valentina. I'll EVA her. Where are you, girl? Where are you? There you are. RCS. Down we go. Come on now. Come on now. Over here. These glorious frame rates. What is this, like 2 frames per second? Oh my gosh. It's 2 frames per second. 2 frames per second. There we go. Back up. Watch your head. Don't hit your head. Okay, time to go up. Come on, up. There's your door right there. Come on. There's your door. You know, this stuff would take a long time in real space, too, you know? It would take a long time. Can we grab it? Can you grab the ladder? That's not what I want you to do. Pick your head up like that. Grab the ladder. There we go. Got it? Can you board now? Thank you. Okay, since the Bartmand is full, I'm gonna go ahead and just decouple that. Because the Bartmand is full. Let's undock the Bartmand. should speed up our frame rates a little bit too. Just a little bit. Yep. Apartment is there. Guess we can probably close this because it's doesn't need to be open. There we go. Close the docking port shield. I bet the Bartman actually doesn't have any... It doesn't matter. I'm going to cheat this down there anyway, but whatever. I was going to say, it probably doesn't have any monopropellant in it. It's got very little. Very little monopropellant, but okay, it's fine. So we'll just let this float for a little bit, I think. Maybe we'll... Actually, I want to get a little bit of separation, so let's control it from... Control it from the docking port. Turn on the... you won't let me? Why? Is it because of the flight computer? No. Is it MechJeb? Uh-huh. Smartass is going really slow. No. Well, if none of those are the reason, then why won't you let me turn this on? No RCS, so I can't turn RCS on. Why? Why? I can't turn anything on. No, come on. This has got to be... It's got to be this. Has to be. I can't turn anything on. Why? Whatever. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go with cheats. We're going to have to cheat because that's the whole point. Getting these things down. Infinite electricity. Sounds good to me. Infinite propellant. Sounds good to me. And how about ignore max temperature and ignore no crash damage, unbreakable joints. Yeah, all that stuff. We'll just do that. So I don't have to worry about people dying because, again, we're just trying to get these guys off of here so that we can get them back on. Still does not let me put... Still cannot turn on. Like, I can't keep it on. It won't let me keep it on. There's got to be something stopping me. What is stopping me from doing this? What is stopping me? MechJeb. It's not MechJeb. It's not smartass. This is totally fine. This is off. It just flat out won't let me turn my SAS on. Why? How am I supposed to get it back if I can't do that? Am I missing something here? Flight computer's off. Smartass is off. What am I missing here? Why can't I turn my, like, RCS on? It just flat out won't work. What the hell? Go back to the station. Okay, the station can have its on. Station's got no problem having its RCS on. So, you know, let's do this. Let's go control from here. And then I want you to face, I don't know, just face normal up. Yeah, that works just fine. That works without a problem. But the Bartmand is not. Bartmand will not keep its RCS on. Because it has no electric charge. Okay, well I have infinite electricity on, so... You know? Infinite power. I guess I have to have some power first, probably, right? So, can I just extend these? Probably have to have power before I can use it. Is that how it says it? Is that how it works? With the infinite propellants and stuff, do you have to have some in order to use it, even if it's infinite? Okay, I have some. Can I keep it on now? No. Still not working. There it goes. Okay. Well, there it goes. Now it'll work. So I just needed power. Fair enough. Okay, Bartmand. Are you far enough away from the station yet? Not really. So let's get you to... I don't know. Let's get you to go, like... down this way. Let's get you just burn away from the station. Down and away, please. There we go. It's pretty decent momentum. Should be good enough. Okay, let's get it speed it up a little bit here. Should be good enough. Let's slow it back down. I need you to face orbital retrograde, please. Bartmand pulling away from station. Full of Kerbals, whose lives are depending on us. It's not really that big of a deal. Oh man, the live chat seems awful rowdy right now. I figured out the problem, Eric. Don't worry. Well, I figured out one of several problems. One of several problems. Yeah. Okay. I'm just reading your comments now. Ooh, that looks close. No, it's actually not that close at all. Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't want to go that way. This needs to be orbital retrograde. Control from here. There we go. Orbital retrograde, please. This chat seems awful busy right now. Conversations are too juicy, mostly probably because Creaser's here. Let's see. Kate says she wants to know if it's required to have foundations between buildings for the mailroom. If that was the case, it would have worked when I made the mailroom smaller, because it was connected to the staff room and it was connected to the dog kennel. Hi, Nigel. Welcome to the stream. Noah, Kate, Duncan, Eric, Elias, Michael, Timothy. Am I missing anyone? Other than Creaser. A lot of people, probably. People who want to watch something interesting instead of this. Well, you know, I mean, I'm just streaming what I'm doing. You don't have to watch. I'm just trying to show people that I'm working on it, right? I feel like if I stream KSP while I'm working on getting the series fixed, that's sort of like a way for people to see what I'm working on and sort of see how I'm going to fix it. Or at least how I'm trying to fix it. Base orbital retrograde. So that we can go. Just turn the engines on, man. Ready to turn the engines on. Get away from the station. Let's just do it. Turn the engines on. Let's get away from the station. We're getting out of here, folks. Getting out of here. Goodbye. Okay, that should do it right there. That should do nicely. Speed it up. Time acceleration. Let's get away from the station. Get our frame rates back. Restore a little bit of sanity into our lives. I know I have a bugged prison. I know. I'm hoping I got a couple of people hooked on KSP. And I'm even more so hoping that people... I know some people aren't. And, you know, I understand that, like, you guys have a lot of people you can watch on YouTube. You know. And you're choosing to be here right now. That's just... it means a lot to me, you know. It does. It really does. Especially since this is not going to be that interesting. I was going to do a challenge. Somebody in the comments on one of my videos left me a challenge that says, can you bring all your Kerbals home in one launch? And we've just realized that pretty much every Kerbal we need to save is on the station, so yeah, I can bring him back in one launch. I just need to rendezvous with the station, and I can bring him back. Pretty easy to do, actually. Yay! We got out of physics range. We're no longer in physics range at the station, which means we have our frame rates back. Yay! Alright. So now, it's all about getting ourselves turned around and fire. And done. Let's face orbital prograde. And we'll try to bring this thing in. Face it around. Whew. Eric says he misses watching streams. Well, I have been streaming every day, but it might not be a game you're interested in. So I understand that part. I thought about streaming Prison Architect. I thought about doing that pretty soon. And what I wanted to do with that is I was going to open up Prison Town, and I was going to take away Supermax, right? I was going to take away Supermax and just see what happens. See what gang wins. And just let it go, right? I was going to fire all my guards and just let it go. That sounds like fun to me. The only reason I don't do it is because Green Leader isn't in the prison. It's the only reason I haven't done it yet, is because Green doesn't have a leader. It's not fair. So I'm kind of waiting for the Green Leader to come to the prison, and then I can try that, because I think it'll be interesting to see, you know, what gang ends up winning. Who can recruit the most people quickest? Take the most, take as many common rooms and yards as they can. Fight over territory. Might be fun to watch. But oh, this is definitely not the orientation I want to be in here. I need my vehicle to be oriented the other way. Rotation. There we go. Let her rotate around a little bit. There we go. The Bartmond. The Bartmond. This will actually be the very first time bringing the Bartmond in from space. The Bartmond has never actually came back in. Its maiden flight, its first time I ever flew it was on camera for you guys, bringing it up to space. So I did do test flights to see if it could get to space, but I never actually brought it to space. I think I even mentioned that in the episode. Like, I wanted to do it for the first time with you guys, but... so I've never actually brought this plane back. I have no idea if it's even capable of returning. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to turn Unbreakable Joints off. I'm going to turn Ignore Max Temp off. And I'm going to leave no crash damage just in case I forget to turn it back on, because I don't want the Kerbals to die. But I'm going to turn that other stuff back off. And we'll see if this can, we'll see if the plane is even capable of making it. That seems interesting to me. That does not seem like the orientation I wanted. I think it's this that I wanted. Yep, pretty sure. Bring it back. There we go. Oh, back to the comments. Back to the comments. Must read comments. Must. I like reading your guys' comments. Prison Architect needs to be streamed more often. You mean like uploaded? Because I've been doing it daily, sometimes twice a day. I could do a stream prison. I could do a female prison streamed. Kill the prison on stream. Yeah. I wanted to. I wanted to also do the escape on stream, but the thing is, like, I wanted to do it with a webcam. I don't have the cam, so I'm kind of stalling out my web. Basically, been stalling on streaming anything until I have a camera, because I don't have a working camera yet. It's not like it's outside my budget. I just haven't done it. I've been too busy making content to go out and do it. I mean, it is money that I'd rather not have to spend. That's why I'm trying to figure out if it's a software thing and if I can fix it with the camera I have. But I've got a feeling that it might be hardware. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I don't want to return in the dark. Why was always about... What is this about returning in the dark? Always with returning in the dark. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let's go free cam. See what we're doing here. We don't need the panels out because we have infinite electricity on, so we can bring them back in. Time Sky. Thank you for your sub. I appreciate it. So anyway, yeah, what I was saying is what I want to do eventually, once Green Leader gets into the prison, what I'd like to do is to have a live stream by a Prison Town, have a Prison Town live stream. And what I'd like to do is turn it on, fire all my guards, take Supermax out, and just have Scott Gordon, Brown, and whoever the other leader is, and all their lieutenants and stuff, and they could just go nuts, you know. And we'll see who wins, pretty much. We'll see who wins, which gang will win, you know. It's pretty evenly matched. Red's a little higher. Red's got a few more people, but for the most part, it's pretty evenly matched. When the prison has, you know, when there's a 7 or 8 prisoner difference between them, and the prison has like 300 people, so it's pretty evenly matched. Get it into the atmosphere here. There we go. Now, I'm told the best way to do this is to face your nose and point your nose up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to point my nose up to about, let's say, what, 40 degrees? 30 degrees? Let's try 30 degrees. Going a little fast here. Turn it down. There we go. Let's have our nose facing up about 30 degrees. Also want to rotate just a little bit, keep our wings level to the horizon. There we go. Okay, I really don't want to come in the dark, but I don't really have a choice. The rotation of the planet is what it is. I guess if I could have been smarter about it and decided to do my entry burn on the dark side, then I would have been entering in the light side. That would make sense. but I didn't. So, whatever. All right, let's push this down a little bit. Pitch it down, pitch it down. What's Charlie currently doing? He's bringing the Bartman back with all the Kerbals. What we're doing tonight is saving our Kerbals. We are bringing all of the Kerbals that are currently in space on any craft, and we're bringing them back home. Because I may need to, and if I have to start from scratch, then this is irrelevant. This doesn't matter. But what I'd like to hopefully do is not have to start from scratch. I'd like to get the save file to work in 122, and to do that, I'm going to need to delete some crafts, and I'm going to need to delete a lot of things. I may need to delete every single craft, but I'd like to at least have the save file intact if I can. And so I'd like to bring the Kerbals back so they don't die. That's pretty much what I'm doing. So I'm trying re-entry with the Bartman for the very first time. I've never tested re-entry with the Bartman. I've never once brought it back from space. So the first time I flew this, for those of you just joining us, the first time I flew this plane was recorded for camera, and it was in episode, I forget which one it was, 65, 66 maybe? It was the episode, a few episodes after Bartman died. I forget what episode it was. It's been a while, but anyway, so the first time I flew this plane, I mean, I did some testing to make sure it actually flies in the atmosphere, but I never actually brought it out into space until I recorded, and then it's never been brought back down. So basically, this is a plane with 16 Kerbals on board that's never actually re-entered the atmosphere before trying to re-enter the atmosphere. That's what you're doing. That's what we're doing right now. But we have infinite propellant on, we have infinite electricity on, so propellant and electricity will not be a factor, because I don't care about cheating. Remember, I'm trying to recover a save file and transmit it, so I don't care about cheating. That's fine, I don't care. And if I get the save file to work, but I don't have thermals, so the thermals and the joints and stuff are all, that stuff's not being cheated right now, so to test whether or not the plane can actually enter, the thermals are good to go. Oh, come on, lift it up. Lift it up. Come on, get up there. Come on. What's your temp? Come on. You gotta be fine, right? You're gonna be fine. Get up there. Get up there. Now I gotta focus. Starting to get a little deeper now. Gotta focus. Going super fast. Way too fast. Come on. Up. Pick your nose up. Come on. Pick your nose up. Starting to lose control here. Just a little bit. Still a little bit heavy in the back. Oh, get up there. Yeah, if you don't have monopropellant, you're not going to be able to do this very well. So that's why I didn't want propellant to be the deciding factor here. I pretty much have to drive with like space controls, pretty much. Act like I'm in space instead of being in a plane. You're not staying where I want you. You're going all over the place. Probably land. I would think we're gonna land in the daytime, but we're re-entering at night, and I don't like re-entering at night. Because I like to be able to see what's going on, you know? Come on, keep your nose up. You're flowing all over the place, man. Oh my, come on. I don't think the Bartman's capable of making it back in. Not sure. Gotta get it under control. Slipping. Slipping. Come on. Come on. Why are you tilting like that? Don't do that. Don't do that. Bring it back. Come on. You are all over the place, you squirrely little hell. Come on. Squirrely as hell. Come on. All over the place. Come on. There we go. Get it under control. Now we're just slide. We got side slip. Bring the side slip back. Side slip back. Come on. Nope. 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 No. 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 You still have lots of space. Yeah, we're going way too nose heavy now. Come on, bring it back up. Wow, this thing is like back and forth. It will not cooperate with anything I want it to do. It's just like, nah, I'm not going to reverse myself. I'm going to keep going. I don't want it to keep going. Oh, come on. You are so squirrely. You are so squirrely. You're all over the place. What are you, like a freaking dart? You're just like spinning like a dart. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Lift your nose up. Come on. We gotta control you now. Come on. 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 There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, you're very difficult to control. Very difficult to control. It does not want to cooperate at all. At all. Ah, damn it. 50. Come on. I really want your nose in the air, but I don't want you side slipping. So if you could kindly stop with the side slip, that would be really great. Please stop with the side slip. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it. Nope, going too much now. Back it up. Going too far. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on. You guys don't understand. We're mashing buttons over here trying to keep this thing upright. I know it probably looks really out of control actually on your end. Right now it doesn't look that bad, but this thing is really uncooperative. Like I'm still just like struggling just to keep it straight. It's really uncooperative. Oh, come on. It's all over the place. And the nose does not want to stay up. The nose has to stay up. Just pick the nose up. There we go. That's how you do it. Keep it up. There you go. Okay, I think we got her under control a bit here. I think, maybe. Still a little bit of side slipping around here, but remember, we also have Ferrum Aerospace Research installed, so we have a bit of a requirement with our aerodynamics, if you will. A bit of an extra requirement here. And I think we're still just a bit high to really start catching things with our wings. I need to get this thing to catch with the wings. Right now, I think we're mostly monopropellant right now. Yeah, put on your seatbelt sign. Yeah. Don't be a fireball. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. Stop squirreling. Stop squirreling. Get back here. Get back here. Where do you think you're going? You're not going that way. You're going up. Pick your nose up. Up. Point to the stars. Come on. Come on. There we go. Tilt it down. There we go. All right, bring it back slowly. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. Come on, right at 40 degrees. Pick it up. 40 degrees. Come on. That's not 40. You're going the wrong way. Come on. Like even with monopropellant blasting, it still like does not want to keep its nose up. It's really, really difficult. But once I get it past 45 or 50, it becomes easier to keep it up. I just have to keep it up there. But the problem is once I get up to around 50 degrees with the nose, it just swirls all over the place. The wings start swirling. So like I either have the nose lower and it doesn't swirl all over the place, or am I going up right now? Yeah, I'm actually going higher right now, which I guess is okay. As long as I'm slowing down, I don't mind. I just need to slow down. I'm going too fast. Oh, no. See it? See? It's swirling all over the place. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Back up. There we go. There we go. Right on the money. Right there. Keep it right there. Don't move. No. You're moving. Don't move. You're moving. Oh. What are you doing? Jeb, are you just trying to have fun here? Because you're giving me a heart attack. You're about to You're going to explode into an inferno if you don't shape up. Like, seriously, dude. Do you want to die? Because this is how you die. This is how we die. It's a great night to die today. No, that's not it. It's not it, Jeb. It's not what we're doing, Jeb. We're not doing that. For those of you who are just joining us or maybe came in late, this is Kerbal Space Program. We are playing currently in 113. This is the Conquering Kerbal Space Program save file, and I am attempting, this is the recovered save file. It's not up to date with what you've seen in the episodes, but this is the one that's recovered. If you haven't heard yet, my SSD crashed. My SSD decided to go bye-bye without any warning, which is, that tends to be how SSDs go, is without any warning. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. And but luckily I have some backups and stuff, so it's just not up to date. Like the backups are there, but they're not updated. Does that make sense? So we are currently, basically the save file is right after I added the Kerbal's names into the game, the viewers' names. You guys, I sort of had this recruitment where I was like, you can be in the game, and I added your names into the game. That was episode 80, is when I introduced that. This save file is basically current as of right before episode 80. So everything that was done in episode 80, 81, 82, 83, and 84 is not done in this file yet. I'm trying to get the Bartman to cooperate on re-entry here. Re-entering the atmosphere with an SSDO, it kind of takes a little bit. Takes a little bit of time. But if you do it slowly, gradually, and you work your way down to where you're going to start slowing down and getting slower and slower, the hope here is that we don't burn up in a fiery blaze of glory. It's about to be daytime soon. That's cool. And a quick save, because we're about to get into the hardest part of this reentry process, which is anything below 50k-ish or so. Pretty much anything where my wings start to bite. Once I get my wings to bite, then we're a little bit better shape, but still not quite doing what I want it to do. It's kind of going a little bit squirrely again. And despite having infinite propellant on, I cannot even, like, that's how I'm able to, all this monopropellant I'm using. I've got infinite propellant on, and I've got infinite electricity. I'm letting the thermals exist. I'm letting there be infinite thermals, because I want to see if the Bartman's capable of re-entry. But right now, with how hard it is to keep the front end up, I'm kind of questioning whether or not it's actually capable of it. I'd really like it to not do what it's doing. If you could kindly not do what you're doing now, that'd be great. Yep, bring it back. Come on, you're getting squirrely on me again. Don't do that. Bring it back. No, you're still doing it wrong. Bring it back. Come on. Rotate. There we go. A little bit. Yep, now slide it over to the left. Slide to the left. Good. Slide to the right. Whatever you do, do not crisscross. All right, I think we're under control again. I'd really like to not say Mayday, Mayday. This is the PII Bartman requesting permission to land on the runway. We are traveling at a safe and comfortable 400 meters per second at 10,000. Oh shit. No, come on, bring it back. Don't. You're starting to get bite. We're starting to get bite. Don't. Gotta bite. Bite. Wings. Wings. You got this. Come on. Front stabilizers. It's your time to shine here. Any minute when you're ready to do something, you just let me know. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I think front stabilizers are starting to kick in. Gonna tell MechJeb here to help me out with keeping myself rotation. Have MechJeb help me with the rotation part of it. A little bit. I'm just trying to keep it. Nah, I don't think MechJeb's capable of doing what I need it to do. Nope, full manual, please. You're not gonna do it for me. Never mind. Going back. Back to doing it my way. Come on. No, you're way too steep. Way too shallow here. Need to pick your nose up. Really bad or you're gonna burn up. There we go. Pick it up. Pick it up. I want 40 degrees. Come on. No, can't quite get it. All right, 30 degrees. I'll be happy with that as long as you just give it to me and keep it. No, not gonna do it. Okay, back. Oh, you silly thing. Get on the 90 line and stay level. Come on. Stay level. Getting hot. Getting hot. Not getting any temperature gauges yet, though. That's a good sign. Although I don't think that's going to last for long. Yeah, there's the temperature gauge. Come on. You're just not going to pick your nose up. You're just refusing to pick your nose up. There's like nothing I can do to keep your nose up. Is there any way I could talk you into maybe keeping your nose up, please? No. Nothing I can do. Please keep your nose up. Pretty please keep your nose up. And you're gonna rotate and you're rolling and we're rolling. Now we're basically on the horizon. I can't keep it up. It just does not want to stay up. Yep, it's not gonna work. It's really bad. Come on. Why are you rotating? Okay, it's incapable of entry. Ignore max temp, unbreakable joints, please. Incapable of re-entry. At least, not the way I did it anyway. Maybe if I start a little bit more inclined, it could do it, but it's just not gonna work, so we'll keep the Kerbal safe by having the max temperature ignored and the joints unbreakable. We'll keep them safe that way, but this plane does not want to come in. Yeah, this is the end. This is the end. I mean, this is the way Jeb comes in. Isn't this how Jeb does it? Isn't this is the way Jebediah likes to come in for re-entry, right? Maybe we could regain control. Right? Can we do that? You think we could regain control? If I tell it to do this, if I tell MechJeb to point me in the right direction, I wonder if it could do it. I'll help it, but preferably not with rotation. I don't want it to do it with rotation. We're definitely slowing down. Give you that. We're slowing right down. This is how we slow down. Uh-huh. Yep. I'm not blaming the lag. I'm blaming my piloting skills. I didn't come in with big enough I'm blaming myself. It's my piloting skills. I didn't put the nose up high enough. If I had started at around 60 degrees, I might have been able to keep it there. But I started around 40 degrees, 45 degrees, and once the nose got under 30, it did not want to get up high. Like, I wanted it up so bad. I'm also going to blame my engineering, because I really don't know if this plane is capable of keeping its nose up and doing what it needs to do. I don't know if it's capable of it. But anyway, what I want to see if it's capable of is flying, obviously. Can I rotate you and get you facing the right direction? Yeah, right there. What are you doing? You were just facing the right way. You were just facing the right way, you silly plane. There you go. Stop, right there. Stop. You're doing it right now. No. Where you go? Nah. What are you doing? It's so hard to correct a plane when it's in a roll. Am I going straight down? I feel like I'm falling straight down. I can't really tell because it's, you know, the ocean. Oh, come on. I'm trying to get control of it again and see if I can fly it still. Maybe I can... Hold on, let's try something. Gonna try something. Oh, come on. Alright. It wants to go that way. So let's pull up. Let's rotate and pull up. Come on. Yeah. You got it. Righteous. All right. We got her. Oh, hang on. What is this? Oh, come on. What is this madness? Really? Really, game? This is what we're gonna do? This is what we're about now? You're playing cheap shots? Huh? The game froze, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Game's totally frozen right now. Like, seriously? This is what we've come to? I saved it in the middle of that re-entry, by the way. Can I do a quick... Can I restore the quick save even though it's... No, it's completely locked up. Okay. Okay, fine. Task manager. Where are you? That's totally lame. I corrected that. I got that completely corrected. That's just... Come on. It's ridiculous. No. There's no lag. There's no lag, guys. You think there's lag, but it's frozen. Hang on. Let me get to task manager and kill it. Yeah, no, it's totally frozen, you guys. Sorry. All right, so I did save it in the middle of that, so we can probably pick it up from the middle of that descent. But like as soon as I had it completely corrected, and I was like ready to go, it was like, this is it. We fixed it. We're gonna pull up. We're gonna land successfully now. We're good. And the game's like, oh no, we ain't having none of that. You're gonna go down in a blazing fire of glory, or you're not going down at all. Okay. So yeah. Okay, well, we'll pick it back up in the middle of that. For those of you just joining us, I was basically trying to bring our Kerbals back alive. I do not care whether I do it legitimately, as in I don't care if there's cheats. But for the whole re-entry, aside from basically from the point where I figured there's no going back, I absolutely failed the re-entry. At that point, then I turned on, ignore max temperature, unbreakable joints. I turned that stuff on. But at least for the re-entry, I wanted to have it be to where the thermals counted and the joints counted, because I want to see if the plane itself is capable of a re-entry. And again, my piloting skills are questionable at best. for re-entry of SSTO. I have yet to actually successfully enter an SSTO back into the atmosphere and land it. I have done it several times with the other SSTOs that I've built for the series. I've done it with parachutes. They dropped in with parachutes, but this time I don't care about whether I'm doing it legitimately. So I've turned on infinite electricity and infinite propellant because I just have. Because if I was doing this without, because again, the purpose of this stream is to save the Kerbals so that we can get this game loaded in 122. Because this is 113 right now. If I can get the series loaded in 122, everything will be fine. Everything will be great. But in order to do that, I need to save all the Kerbals, which means bringing them back. Or does it? Now there's a thought. Does it really mean bringing them back? Do I have to bring them back? I mean, aside from the life support need, really all I need is to have them be on a separate craft. So, like, they could just stay on the Bartman. And the lander module that's attached to the station can detach from it. And then there's still one Kerbal that can't go on either one of those crafts. But, I don't know. And yes, Indians, I do read the chat. Don't worry, I do. I read the chat. Let's see. When you're spinning off, just point down and wait until you are 10K, and then start pitching up. I thought that's what I did. I mean, I guess I was maybe 12K or something, but I thought I pulled out of that pretty well. Mm-hmm. Yes, do what Elias did. Most of my live streams lately have been Skyrim. I know that you guys probably aren't as interested in that as you are KSP, and that's fine. I would do more KSP streams. I would, if I thought that more people would like to see slow frame rates played in real time all the time. Then I would do more KSP live streams. But I really don't think people are wanting me to do the live streams. I think people are probably more likely to want to watch me do, more likely to want episodes. And for that, I need to not be streaming because my performance is a lot lower when I'm streaming than it is when I'm recording. It's kind of a weird thing, but apparently, what do you know? Encoding video and sending it through the internet on the fly apparently takes resources away from your computer. Who knew? But anyway, so I am also trying to get this to load. Hopefully it loads pretty well. Hopefully. Man, I have been talking pretty much nonstop since 10 o'clock in the morning for me. 10 o'clock is when I woke up because I was up until 4 a.m. the night before editing all the video I had recorded the days before. Lots and lots of video, guys. You guys have no idea. There's so much video in the queue. So much video in the queue. There we go. All right. I need to start the game again. I think I'm probably going to go to sleep right after this stream. I think I probably will. For those of you just joining us, thank you for joining. I'm sorry I don't have a webcam. I don't have a working webcam yet. I just don't. I wish I did. I really do. I wish I did, but I don't. All right, let's load. Can I load the quick save? If I load the quick save, I'll be on the Bartman. On my way to a fiery death. Loading. Loading. Yes, 10 o'clock a.m. Loading. Loading, 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 loading. Yep, I'm on the Eastern time zone USA. So that's Detroit, but it's also the same time as New York and all these things. Okay, these are the different save files I have. I've saved periodically throughout all these things in case something happens with the save file corruptions or my recording goes bad or something. I can revert back and re-record episodes. And, I have key points throughout the mission. July 19th, starting up again. Yeah, that kind of thing. I think this is when my, like episode 11 or something. Nah, it wasn't. It would have been later than that. Before SSTO reentry, I want to go to quick save right here. This one. Load that quick save. I should be on the Bartman and hopefully not on fire. That's what I'm hoping. On the Bartman and hopefully not on fire. Okay. Let's do this. I keep yawning. I really wish I wasn't, but I keep doing that. Okay. Yep, we're right back into it. 50,000 meters. Bartman landing, take 2. And surprisingly, it's more under control now. Kind of. It's still a little bit squirrely, but it feels... No, don't want to jinx it, but it feels like it's slightly easier to control. What it doesn't feel like, though, is that the nose wants to go anywhere near 40 degrees. It wants to stay at most 30. Which is so unfortunate. I really want you to be like 40 or 50 right now. That would be really, really great if you could just be 40 or 50 right now. Oh, shit. Crap. Forgot about these. Infinite propellant, infinite electricity. Ignore match temperature and unbreakable joints. I want to leave that off until I'm sure that it's a botched landing. So, here we go. Okay, you're not going to give me the sound effects? Wow, no sound effects now. That sucks. Really? Yeah, I guess there's no sound effects now. That's just the way it will be. Well, okay then. I guess it's going to be nice and quiet. Can we do it from in here? No. Not going to do it from in there. Not even going to consider giving that an honest attempt. Yeah! Get over. Come on, get over. I'm kind of thinking you're not going to work this time either, but as long as the game doesn't freeze, I'll be okay with it. Oh. Come on now. So, while I'm trying to do this... Someone say sound effects of re-entry. Yeah, sound effects of re-entry like boom. No, I have many mods installed, and one of them gives the RCS thrusters a really cool sound, and that is not, you're not hearing that right now, which is unfortunate, but because I really like that sound. Hey, plane, how about you get back on track here? What are you doing? This plane is really starting to tick me off, man. Get yourself back on track, plane. Come on. Come on. Wow, you are really losing it now. There's nothing I can do. I cannot fix this. It just doesn't respond to anything I want it to do. It's almost like it's completely unresponsive to all commands. Okay. Well, that's a botched landing, but whatever. It's completely unresponsive. It won't do anything I want it to do. Look, it's still... I have my hands off the keyboard right now. Okay? Like, my hands are not on the keyboard at all. And you can see the thrusters. They're still going. Right? Like, what's it trying to do? Okay. Maybe it was the S... It might have been the SAS. But either way... It wasn't responding to anything I wanted it to do. Anyway, so while I'm botching this landing, trying to get us in, and cheating to do it, if you had to pick another game that isn't KSP, and Elias, I already know your answer. If you had to pick another game that is not KSP that you would like to see me introduce on the channel, what would it be and why? And you can't link it because Nightbot will stop you. But just leave the name of it and I can look it up later, you know? And let me see what you guys think. Charlie, can you transfer all the weight to the front? Maybe that will help. I can't transfer all the weight to the front. I can't. And the reason why I can't do that is because the engines are mounted in the back. The engines are in the back. I can't put the engines on the front. Now, the fuel, I could move it all the way up into the cabin. Yes, I could do that. But it already is. It already is. All the fuel is already up there. So, like, there's no fuel back here. It's all in the front already. The thing is, there's 3 engines on this, and it's just too heavy. So, it's not super heavy though, because notice the plane, right? It's not like the plane is going backwards, right? The plane isn't turning itself around and going backwards like the bigger plane that I have. It's still fairly dart-like, you know. It's still okay. It just doesn't want to keep its nose up. It's the only thing. It just doesn't want to keep its nose up. So if I could maybe get control of this thing again, that'd be swell. Working on it. I know it seems like I'm not working on it, but I am. It's, you can't tell because the plane is out of control. But let me know what you guys think here. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Terratech? Terraria? EU4. I've heard of that one. Payday 2. I've never looked at that one. Get Payday 2. Ark is fun. Payday and Payday 2. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll look into Payday and see what you guys think. Now, a modded Fallout 4 sounds fun. The only reason I haven't done anything with Fallout is because I'm on Skyrim. And I was actually thinking about doing Fallout before Thiago mentioned Skyrim a long time ago. And then it got me into Skyrim instead. So I have a heavily modded Skyrim series going on the channel right now. And by heavily modded, I mean over 200 ESPs active. Skyrim Special Edition, there's custom edits made to some of the mods to get them to work right. And even then, it still doesn't quite work right, but we do our best. Okay, so we're heading in that direction. Let's turn ourselves like this. Prepare for pull-up in 3, 2, 1. Pull her up. Pull her up, pull her up. Pull her up, pull her up, pull her up, pull her up. There we go. Pull it up. Pull it up. Yeah, we got her corrected. And we're flying. Now we're flying. A fully controlled flight. Copy that. This is your captain speaking. We have made our successful descent, despite many cheats to do so. Approaching destination in... I have no idea how long. A really, really, really long time. Pretty much the opposite side of the planet. So, let's just land. Let's just land. Isn't the Bartman a really cool looking plane, though? I don't know. I just think it's a cool looking plane. I think it's really sharp. You know. Well, it was sharp. It was. For a little while, and then it decided that apparently unbreakable joints means breakable joints. Like, how the hell did that happen? No idea. Okay. Well, let's save our Kerbals anyway. Let's at least save their life. Like, how did that happen? The plane just gives me a big... The plane just gives me a big middle finger and says, I'm out of here. All right, well, that's what I get for cheating. See? That's what happens when you cheat, boys and girls. A really sharp plane. I'm like, this plane looks really good. Boom, boom. It looks even better with explosions. Well, everyone's gonna live. That's the important thing. All the cabin is right here. It's built like this. You notice how I built it like this? With this, like this. So like all that stuff was attached with this stuff. So if it's gonna come apart, the structural weakness is right after the cabin. So this is the crew cabin, and this is the crew cabin, and this is the crew cabin. This is an extra tank, I think. Yeah, cargo bay. This is the cargo bay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've looked at the plane, but I know I did something with it regarding structural weaknesses, and if there was going to be a place where it would collapse, it would be behind the cabin, and then all the parachutes are located on the cabin, so it's still going to be safe and sound. It's still going to be fine. So as soon as it decides, and if for whatever reason, like the stuff decides to fall apart, there's still parachutes on each module, so the Kerbals will be totally fine. Whoa. And I may or may not have went just a bit overkill on the parachutes. It doesn't look like it though. 6.1 meters per second. It's pretty good. Warning, physics warp can affect the structural stability of the vessel. Be careful when using it in large ships. Thank you. Now, if you'll kindly time accelerate to the ground, that'd be great. To the water. We've made it back from space camp. This, kids, is how you re-enter the atmosphere. If you're going to cheat. When you cheat. This is how you enter the atmosphere when you cheat. Okay. Touchdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is ridiculous. Don't you just love how the parachutes wait for, like, the vessel, right? Just for the very tip. The very tip of the vessel. Like, it just barely touched the water, and then all the parachutes let go of you. So you could just crash. I hate that, actually. Recover the vessel. Save the Kerbals. Save the world. So Elias thinks that the neck is too long and fragile. Well, Elias, the neck, the fragile neck, is the only part of the plane that survived. Just kidding. I know what you mean, though, man. I know. Anthead Art, welcome to the channel, man. Space Program Simulator. Yes, it is. That's exactly what this is. Kerbal Space Program is a space program simulator. It features realistic physics. I won't say it's completely real, but it's fairly realistic physics. Fairly accurate orbital mechanics within reason to the extent that a personal computer can compute it. It works it works within limitations that a game has to have. But yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay, so astronauts, we had, looks like everyone's available here. We have a bunch of tourists. That might be an extra contract. Assigned, we still have 16 Kerbals assigned. Crap, we have to bring them home. Let's see, who do we have to bring home? We have to bring Sam JK, we have to bring Alicia, Andre, Sandriel, Valentina, Laura Lee, Jaden, Billy V, and then I think that's it. We don't have to rescue anyone from the moon or Minmus because they're not in vessels that don't load. Their vessels load just fine according to according to what we did in the very beginning of the stream, it seems as though their vessels load just fine. So really, we just need to get people back from the PISS. Okay. So, to get them back from the PISS, I need to go up with a vessel anyway. So I guess what I'll do is build something really quick. Build something really quick that can get up there. And we'll go from there. So, Payday 2. That's another game you guys want me to look at, huh? Payday 2. I don't know what that is. I'll have to figure that out. What time is it? 9:46? Oh, man. All right, well, I think I might end the episode in, like... I think I might end this stream in, like, maybe 20 minutes. So let's see if I can get something up there in 20 minutes. That means I have to build it pretty fast. So I guess I'll look for a command pod that can hold... I don't know. Let's do, like, the MK2. Can hold enough. I don't need to hold a whole bunch of Kerbals. I just need to hold a few. Actually, the lander can I have... Now, hang on a second. The lander can I have up there on the station... I need to check this. This is an important thing to check. Dun, dun. Done. Come on. Takes a while. Takes a while, guys, going between these things. It is, I will say, significantly faster to go between buildings than 122. It is. It still takes a while with all the mods installed, but it is significantly faster. Okay. Let's go back to the station. And when I get back to the station, I'm supposed to end the stream at 10:30. That's what I have it scheduled for. I have it scheduled to go to 10:30. So, Anthead, can I go to build space stations? Actually, yes, I can. I'm gonna go to my space station right now. Let's go back to the PISS. And I need to figure out whether or not this lander can that I have on the station is... I need to see whether or not this lander can I have in the station has any parachutes on it. Because if it doesn't, then I'm in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble. Hey, somebody, can you guys help Anthead out in the comments? Can somebody link him to the playlist for this series? For Conquering Kerbal Space Program? Somebody link the playlist. You can find it. I'll do it. I have access to this playlist, I think, pretty much faster than most of you do anyway, so I'll just grab it really quick. Let's see, where is it? Right. Right here. Save link. Playlist for a series. All right, so let's see this. Anthead, I think you're gonna love it, dude. You're gonna love the series, man. Just check out that link right there. Start with episode 1. I'll walk you all the way through it, man. Starts off a little slow, I admit. There's a few blips along the way, but what space program doesn't have a few blips along the way, right? All right, so here's the station. I need to get... does this have parachutes? I don't think it does. I don't think it was ever designed to come back down to Kerbin. I never designed it to do that. Oh. Wait, hold on. I might get lucky here. Might get lucky. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and I'm zooming out. And I'm zooming in, hopefully. There we go. Let's see. Do I have... Is it parachutes? I see parachutes. There they are. Good. So that means I can bring people back in this. Now I think, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure there's enough capacity in this can. There's enough capacity in this vehicle to take everyone except one. So somebody's staying behind. And I'll have to come up and get them. So let's figure out who that somebody's going to be. Is there anybody in this pod? No. Okay, anybody in here? Nope. And how about this part? Come on, click it. How about this one? Is there anybody in here? Nope. Anybody in here? We do have Alicia in here. Can Alicia fit? Need to get this out of the way. Move out of the way, please. Come on, move out of the way. Thank you. Let's transfer Alicia. Oh, Alicia might be the one that gets left behind. There's no other pods for her. Yeah, there's no other pods for her. Okay. Well. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to bring her into this thing. So I'm going to have to get... I'll jettison this. And we'll see who else is on the station. I'm going to have to bring a rescue mission. So we'll have to go up and do that. Because this thing is full. So let's undock you. Off we go. Yep, Alicia's the only one left. She's the only one left in the station. So there we go. The PISS. It's life support functions. Yeah. Yeah, help. Yeah, seriously, I love seeing like new people on the channel who have never seen the game before. Man, it is something special. Kerbal Space Program is going to be forever, I think, one of my favorite games of all time. It just simply is a glorious, wonderful creation. I really wish... I wish everybody could experience it like I do. And what I mean by like what I do is with a whole bunch of really cool mods, amazing textures, playing in 4K, that kind of thing. I really wish everyone could experience it like that. But I try to bring, as best as I can, I try to bring a good experience. I try to bring a good introduction to things, a good explanation to things. I'm not always right. People who are smarter than me always correct me. They always come in and correct me, and I love that about this community. We seem to have a pretty good rapport with people here. There seems to be a pretty good engagement back and forth, good conversations on the series, and overall a really great attitude from people, and really great experience playing the game. There's hiccups here and there. Like right now, we have to go back up and get Alicia, but until we go get Alicia, let's switch to this craft. Yep, here we go. Now I need to get this craft away from the station, so same deal. Let's grab it. It's got okay resources. I think we need to get this solar panel out. I think the other solar panel on this is broken, actually. Yeah. I think we crashed it at some point. This is the one I think that crashed on Minmus. No, this is the moon. This thing crashed on the moon. Well, we didn't crash. We botched our landing. And we broke our solar panel. But this one still works. So let's pull this one out. This one still works. Out it comes. Here we go. Yes. Gloriousness. Gloriousness. Okay, so now I need to get this away from the station so that I can deorbit it and get it back to Kerbin. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, there's no way to decouple this, because there's no decoupler, I don't think. Either that or I've disabled it from staging. What is this? This is supposed to be a decoupler, is it not? Is this not a decoupler? That's the heat shield. So why is this decoupler not a thing? Well, there's people inside it, so I don't want to decouple it anyway. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get an engineer out here. Is any of these guys engineers? No. Crap. Nobody here is an engineer. Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. I mean, if I wanted to do it for reals, right, this is a problem. So maybe I'll retract this panel. Let's control it from here. Wait, is Alicia an engineer? That would be like the best thing in the world. Is she an engineer? She is a scientist. Okay, that's not gonna work. Alright, so let's control it from here. Control from here. I need to redock. I need to dock this again. So let's set this as the target. Target, prograde, please. We're slipping a little bit here. Got a bit of side slip. Got a bit of side slip. Targeting acquired. Pull it back up. Roger, copy that. Roger, copy that. Alright, so what I need to do now is get my self over there. Come on now. Bring it back. There we go. Bring it back. No. No. There we go. Oh, come on now. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. There we go. Forward. There we go. Hold it steady. Bring her back in. Bring her back in. Good. Good. Bring it back in. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, where are you going? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? Where are you going? Bring it back. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you turning that way? Oh, I just moved that. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to move that part. Oh, I wish I would have known that before I took the control off. Oh, well, that sucks. Well, how is the life support in this module anyway? There's a lot of life support in here, isn't there? Hold on. How much life support's in here? Dude, we're fine forever. I don't need to dock this. How much is in here? Where's the life support? Where are we? We got 54 days. It's more than enough. Never mind. I don't need to dock you. I do need to get somebody out here though. So it would be nice to dock this just so I don't have to deal with tracking it down later. So, let's point this back where it needs to go. Come on now. I don't know how I let that happen. I flipped my my controls and I didn't mean to do that. I got rid of this so the smartass wasn't pointing me where I needed to go. So then as soon as I did that, my other bits that I had basically pushed me to the left because my fingers weren't lined up. And now you're doing something stupid. I can't figure out what you're doing. What exactly are you doing? Like, you're going freaking nuts, man. it's a pretty simple maneuver. You just kind of point towards that, and that's it. Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. Last chance, MechJeb. Last chance, man. Okay, just kill. You're being stupid now. Just kill the rotation, please. Kill the rotation, please. Being really dumb. I don't appreciate you being so dumb. All right, there you go. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Don't be dumb. Okay, so now that MechJeb's done being stupid, let's go ahead and take control back. Yeah, okay. So what I'm looking at, the crosshairs in that tool up there, I forgot that I inverted it. That's what I'm talking about. So I inverted those controls, and that kind of messed everything up. Yep, still messing things up for me. I gotta relearn, because I'm so used to something different now. I have to re-invert these things. Put this down, put this down, put this down, put this down, put this down. Am I hitting the base now? Is that why it's doing this? Yeah, it is. What in the world are you doing? Like, I'm not even giving you any input. I'm giving this thing no input right now. Yeah, like, it took you forever to shut the burners off. You shouldn't have been doing anything, but you've been doing things pretty non-stop, even though I'm not touching it. All right. I don't understand what you're doing. This is not what I'm... The controls I'm inputting are not what you're translating to. I am controlling from the docking port, right? I'll never know because I can't right-click it, because it doesn't let me right-click it. Control from the docking port. Yeah, I'm controlling from the docking port. So why are you... I don't understand. If I say back up, why are you translating? If I want to burn backwards, you should not be translating. This is great. Reload this stupid thing. You're not going to let me, are you? Why? That's another thing I like about 122 is that you can load things from any screen. I'm going to load this. Silly. Absolutely silly. Yeah, seriously, try vanilla before you try modded, because once you mod, then you get things like this happening where you're like, you know, rotate to the left, and it's like, okay, I'll go forward. It's not only not the wrong direction, that's not just like, oh, I want to go left and I accidentally go right. That makes sense because the inverted controls, which is what just happened to me when I went to dock this. No, this is like, I want to back up, and it's like, okay, I'll rotate. Doesn't make any sense. The N key does not equal the D key, okay? Let's reload the... I think there's an autosave, probably. If the prison architect caricatures in the comments, if they're disturbing anyone, please let me know that they're disturbing you, and I'll take a ban hammer to it. I haven't read any of the comments, so maybe they're being completely civil, but in another stream, it seemed like they were annoying some people in another stream. It's really great characters. I love the role play. It's great. But again, this is not a Prison Architect series right here. So keep in mind you're in another reality. Pretty sure. Where's the autosave? There was an autosave that just happened, right? Let's load the persistent file. See what happens to the persistent file. There we go. Okay. Let's go back to the station. I just want to make sure that this thing is still attached. I'm pretty sure it is, but I want to make sure. Ooh. I imagine it's still... I put my glasses on here. Ugh. Wearing glasses with over-the-ear headphones is a real big pain in the butt. Ant, if you're still here, if Anthead's still here, if you're interested in seeing what the Kerbal Space Program's solar system looks like, you have Kerbin here. This is your home planet of Kerbin. It's a very Earth-like planet. All the planets are 1/6 the scale, or roughly 1/6 the scale. So they're 1/6 the size of Earth, for example. There is a mod for Kerbal Space Program that will turn the solar system into the real solar system, and then you can really have the much more difficult task of getting into space from Earth. But Kerbin is a little bit easier to get into space. Atmosphere ends around 70,000 meters. And then we have the moon, which is like a moon, right? And we have satellite networks and stuff up here. So all these little lines you see is sort of like orbital markers. These are things like, you know, my satellites, for example, are right here. I have one up here, kind of things like that. The green one is a contract. So for the green one is essentially some company wants us to launch a satellite for them, and wants you to essentially, you know, put a satellite for us right here for us, and that's what this company wants. So you get paid for that contract if you do it. And this is if you're in career mode. There's 3 different modes to the game, but career mode is what I would consider to be the hardest mode. There's Moon, and then there's Minmus. It's the other moon for Kerbin. It's right there. Right? Yeah. Let's just focus on it. There's Minmus. All my little satellites that I have around Minmus right now. Trying to zoom in, but the game is freezing. There we go. Now, your planets will look a little different than mine, just a little bit, because I have graphical mods. I've got a lot of graphics mods installed that are enhancing the game a bit. So my Minmus ground textures are a bit higher resolution. My Kerbin, for example, if I get back to Kerbin, can I get back to Kerbin today? No? Okay, fair enough. There it is. I'm forgetting all my hotkeys here. My Kerbin, for example, has an atmosphere that contains clouds and more realistic aerodynamics as far as like the atmosphere goes and trying to fly planes and stuff. So I have mods that are adding to that experience. If I zoom out even further, we'll see there's an asteroid belt kind of around this area. I've got another station here outside of my immediate, outside of my range here, as far as like what's going to be in orbit of Kerbin. So this is a whole bunch of stuff in solar orbit, for example. Then we have other planets. So we've got Moho there, Eve here. If I come out this way, this is Duna. So it's like the Mars proxy, for example. And Duna also has a bit of graphical mods applied to it, just for the sake of texturing. The snow caps up here. On some days, not a whole lot right now, but sometimes Duna will have clouds and stuff too. Looks like there's a little bit of cloud cover here. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of like little things we've done. And I have a few satellites around Duna now. And then, if you come out to something else, like say we come out to, say, Jewel. So we can come all the way out here to Jewel. This is a gas giant. And this is a pretty big, space is a pretty big place. So like I'm zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. There we go. There's a whole bunch of different moons around Jewel. Whole bunch of different moons around Jewel. And Jewel is a gas giant. So there you go. And I have some retextures and stuff that are going into this stuff too. So my planets are going to look different than yours. But unless you have the same mods I do. Or at least some of the same ones. Now I also have more planets than you would. I also have more planets. So I have another mod called the Outer Planets Pack, which adds these planets into the mix. So my favorite, I think pretty much most people's favorite in this pack, is Sarnus. If I go into Sarnus, again, it's a big place. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Sarnus has a few satellites as well. But if I zoom in even further, you'll see Sarnus has rings. It's like Saturn. Sarnus looks pretty cool. And you can actually go to these places, right? So you can go to, for instance, this is Hale. So it's kind of like it's a moon, but it's like it's mostly like an asteroid, really. But it's basically just this big asteroid that's around Sarnus, and you can travel to this and land on it, and look at these rings and look at the planets and stuff from the perspective of a Kerbal sitting on this thing. Which I plan on doing all of those things. I'm working on it. That's the whole purpose of this series about conquering Kerbal Space Program, is to basically do as many things as you can in Kerbal Space Program, all in one series, in career mode. That's what I've been trying to do. So anyway, that's Kerbin. That's all that stuff. I'm going to go back to my station just to make sure that thing is still intact. Uh-oh. Where's my station? Where's my station? Wait a minute. Oh, it is detached. It's detached. Damn. It saved my undock. I didn't want it to do it, but it did. It saved my undock. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna have to bring somebody up. So let's go back to the space. Let's go back to the vehicle assembly building, and I'm going to have to build something to get up to the station. Yeah, Anhead. Yeah, you can. You can do anything, man. This game is kind of open-ended. It's open world. You can kind of explore and do what you want. Within career mode, you actually have to go through the various stages that a space program would have. So you'd start with almost nothing, and you'd have to research yourself up to being able to get into space. Research yourself up to being able to get longer distances, etc. There's a tech tree, which you would start over here with, and you gradually earn up enough science. You study science, and you spend science. Science is sort of your research currency, and the more science you get, and the more research you do, the more technologies you can unlock, and you can kind of go your own way with it. You don't have to go for individual things. You can kind of be like, I want to get over here where the station stuff is, so you can accelerate yourself down towards the station if you want to, or I want to go to further distances. I want to go to further worlds, and you can work your way up with different rockets and research nuclear power and be more efficient that way. Even I still don't have all of it researched. We have a lot of stuff left to do in conquering Kerbal Space Program as far as the series goes. There's still a lot of things to unlock, so there's still a lot of things I can do. I have an alarm clock here that is showing me all my different things that I want to do, and I've scheduled them ahead of time, and so I know that my rendezvous with Earlham, for example, my launch window, the time at which is most efficient to do this, my launch window is in 48 days. That's going to change now because the people want to go to 122, so I've got to mold this thing to 122, and all my alarms and all my different contracts and stuff that I have are going to go away, but that's okay. We'll rebuild things up. That's fine. They want to go to the other engine. I will take the time and do the best I can. Let's go to the vehicle assembly building, and I'm going to have to make something really quick that can get to the station, rendezvous to the station. All right, so can you make a space tourism industry? Yeah, again, you have to mod. So a lot of the things you're asking, a lot of the questions you have about what you can and cannot do, most of the questions are going to result in a yes, but a lot of times the answers to those questions come with a little asterisk on them. And that asterisk is that a mod enables you to do that. So like tourism, for example, a space tourism, if you want a tourism program, yeah, there's a mod for that. I have that mod installed. It would actually allow me to make a space hotel or a casino, which is what these guys voted to have. They wanted a casino, so I could build a big old station rig that's like a giant space casino, and we can haul Kerbals up there so they can gamble and spend their money, and then bring them back down. We want them to. Or a hotel. They can stay up there in the hotel, or they can drop by the station and stay there. And there's a life support system that I have to fuel. But again, all that stuff is modded gameplay. It's all like things that I've added to the game that are not necessarily in the base game. So anyway, with that being said, I need to get an engineer up there so that I can disassemble that stuff once it's ready to deorbit. So in order to do that, I need to carry at least 2 Kerbals. So I'm going to bring a MK2 command pod. Let's kind of make this come up a little bit. I'll just stretch it up here. This is going to be harder because my middle mouse button doesn't work. So how do I have to do this? Do I have to do... How do I zoom in and out then? If I don't have a middle mouse button, how does it work? How do you do it? How do people do this? I don't even know. How do people zoom in and out without their middle mouse button? Oh my gosh, I have to use the number pad like this? Really? Oh, I need a new mouse for sure. That's annoying. You gotta be kidding. Oh, I can do shift too. Oh, just hold shift. Perfect. All right, my problems are solved, never mind. Okay, so now I need to go and put a parachute on this. So let's grab, and again, a lot of the things you're seeing over here, you may not have in the base game because, again, mods. Not this one. Let's use I'm gonna use this one. Nah. Oh, I need life support on this anyway, so how about we grab some life support cans, and we'll just grab some food. Too big. Too big. Too small. Interesting. Did I start with the large one? I did. Okay. That one. That's fine. Then I need a parachute. Back down to parachutes. Let's go. Kind of like... It's a really big parachute, but it'll work. It'll be fine. Need a heat shield for re-entry, so let's go ahead and do that. It's in... You silly idiot. It's in arrow. I gotta remember a whole bunch of stuff now. I'm forgetting things. Forgetting the most basic of things. It's been a while. Alright, so... Been so much time trying to get things to work that I've forgotten how to, like, do the basic things. Alright, so how about we go with a decoupler that's in structure. Decoupler is in structure. We want to go with... Let's just make sure we get it clear. We'll use one of these. And then I want to basically just a gas. I just need a fuel tank. I don't need to do anything special. I really don't need anything special. So how about we just kind of go... I could cheat this. Like, I could just cheat. But now I have somebody who wants to learn the game and is, like, interested in seeing what it can do. And so now I'm like, oh, I want to actually do something with it now. So, okay. You mean you actually have to play the game? Gasp. Let's go with an engine. I don't want a mammoth. Again, I don't need anything super special. I think I need a bigger one of these. I want the smaller one. I want the smaller one. Let's just use... So many to choose from that could do the job, but kind of thinking... I mean, just a Terrier would work just fine. I don't know why I need anything special. Where's the Terrier? T? Not gonna help me out with the T, are you? Okay, fine. Whatever, T doesn't work then. One of the downsides of having so many mods is you have a lot of parts. It's also the upside, but it's also a downside. Why is it showing me batteries in the engine section? What the world was that all about? There it goes. Terrier, you took forever to find. That's not what I want even. I want the bigger version of you. Where's the bigger version of you? There is no bigger version of you. Oh, Poodle, that's what I want. Thank you. Poodle is the bigger version of the Terrier. Okay. It's looks a lot different because of N-Stock revamp, but that's pretty much the same thing. Okay, so this little guy here is gonna be my ending stage in space. That's fine. It has way more delta V than I'll ever need. Yep. So that's good. Then I need to just detach that. So let's kind of bring this down. Where's the dang decoupler when you need it? There it is. That took forever. Okay. Bigger gas tank. Bigger fuel tank. Let's go with this one. And then a bigger engine. We'll probably use... Do I really need... I don't really think the Titan is necessary. Because it's a really... Not the Titan, the Maverick V. I don't really know if the Maverick V is necessary. I think it's a little bit overkill. But according to the Delta V stats, it actually seems pretty good. So, okay. We'll use this. That's going to be our simple rocket. Pretty simple rocket. Been a while, Hot Tips. I know, man. I know. All right. Let's go with flight. And let's go with... How about a wingtip? I don't need a wingtip. I don't need anything special down here. Just some stabilizers. Winglets will do. This will be fine. Let's make 4 of them. Simple rocket. I need to take an engineer with me. And probably a pilot, too. Definitely an engineer. We'll take Bill. I don't want all these tourists. Oh, I don't need... Oh, dumbass. Dumbass. I don't need the scientist. So let's take the scientist out. Jebediah, Bill, and then Alicia can ride in here, and everyone else has the other pod. So I just need an empty seat, because I need to go get Alicia. Or I could take John E. Kerman. Let's take John. Let's take John. We'll take one of you guys. The people who are in white, the people in orange come with the game. The people who are in white I've actually renamed to be you guys, the viewers. You guys who watch the channel and stuff. You guys said, hey, I want to be in the game, and so I've changed their names to be you guys. So we'll take John. And is there a pilot? Nah, the pilots are all over there. Okay. I don't know why there's so many tourists. My God, so many tourists. Okay, so take all these. I think this is going to be it. I don't think I need to do anything else. Let's put the launch clamps on it. Yeah, I'm going to need a battery. Yeah, I should probably have a battery. Let's put an extra battery on this. And I should probably have some solar panels to go along with it, so. Battery. Let's do some side-mounted batteries. Let's do side-mounted batteries. Let's do, like, these. We'll just do these radial batteries like this. That's fine. That's not a big deal. Little battery packs built into the thing. Piece of cake. And then some solar panels. How about we just do something like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter if we can retract them. I'm gonna get rid of the stage anyway. So we'll just do that. I'm good with that. You guys good with that? I'm good with that. Okay. I'm good with all of that. Let's save this as Rescue Craft. Rescue Craft. R-E-S-C-P-C-T. Okay, I'm just kidding. R-E-S-C-U-S-U Craft. Fair enough. Save it. Everything looks okay with staging. We've got this engine firing first. Then it stages. Then this engine fires. Then we need to decouple this and the... Yeah, like that. Okay. Let's launch that. We need launch clamps. Launch clamps. Good enough. Launch it up. Don't you guys like the elevator music? Okay, cool. I didn't put MechJeb on this. Do I care? No. I think I'm probably talented enough to rendezvous with the station without MechJeb. Let's go ahead and see. Get. Oh wow, the station is like already in a great position. So I'm kind of thinking. Can I save it, please? Yep. Let's just launch it now. It's already in a pretty good spot. SASS on. SASS. SASS. Yep. SASS. This engine does not have the turn this down a little bit for you guys. It's probably loud. This engine does not have the effects from the real plume and stuff. The mod doesn't have the real effects, so this engine looks very, very stupid. It looks very unimpressive. Compared to, like, say, the mainsail, which looks amazing and sounds amazing. So up we go. Looking good so far. Pretty stable. Oh, dumbass. I have infinite propellant still. That's not what I wanted to do. Turn these things back up. Cheater. I was like, why am I not losing fuel? Alright, because I still have the cheats on. Let's not do that. It's okay. I'll stage it when it should have been staged anyway, so whatever. It's fine. Over we go. Set that craft as the target. And let's see how close we can get to it. Looks like we're going to be about 11 kilometers away. Might want to make some adjustments there. Looks like it's okay, though. Okay, so what I need is I need to face the target location. So let's pull ourselves towards where we need to face for target. Okay, pull ourselves in. Let's go ahead and extend panels. Keep our solar energy intact. Everything is nominal so far. Should pull ourselves right outside of, or should be pulling ourselves right outside of physics range. Should be anyway. When we get there. So now it's just a kind of a waiting game. We need the station, which is here, to, we're gonna meet up with that. We're gonna meet up with the station, which is right here. So, in about 45 seconds or so, I'm going to make a burn. And we're gonna be facing the target retrograde icon on the nav ball. This is without MechJeb, so it's a little bit more challenging. Just because I don't have the, you know, the computer to do all the work for me. But it's okay. You become reliable on the computer at some point. You have to get your skills honed in again, you know, at some point. Might as well be live. Kate, always very prompt about what time it is. Roar! Feel the roar of the engine. Okay. That was a pretty cool burn. Let's get rid of that stage. We don't need it anymore. And be good with this one. Now we need to... Why did it deselect my target? Because I'm pretty sure my target was right here. And it deselected my target. I don't want it to be deselected. Okay, so... Now, once again, we need to point in the right direction here. Let's get ourselves pointed. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Oh, the other way. Go the other way. Other way. There we go. Yeah. Take it easy. Nice and slow. Thank you. Okay. Just a small burn. Okay. Bring ourselves in line. And let's bring ourselves at the target. Find the target vector on this thing. Where is it? Where's my target? Where's my target vector? Target indicator, where are you? There you are. Bring it. Come back, come back, come back, come back. There we go. Okay. Target's there. You sure? You sure the target's there? Okay, if you're sure. If you're sure. Okay. That burn should take us within about 600 meters from our target, which is right there. For some reason, it's not highlighting it. You notice how normally you see it. And we had that problem in the last, like in the last episode, right? When I was trying to go to Minmus. Do you guys remember that? Episode 84? Going to Minmus, trying to, you know, meet up with the base that's on Minmus that we were trying to build, that base that we're trying to build, the mining base. And I was like, where's my station? I was trying to look on the ground, trying to find it, and it wouldn't highlight it for me. And it's doing the same thing right now. It won't highlight the station. It won't keep it up. So even though it's my target, right, the station is my target. I have a target mode even. Let's go and try to select it right here. PISS, it's the unset target. So it's definitely still my target, but it won't highlight it for me. Really bizarre, so I can't see it. I know it's there. It's right there, but I can't see where it is. That's really, really annoying. So that's good. Come on. Uh-oh. Don't do this again, Kerbal Space Program. Don't do this. Oh. So I got within physics range. And Here we go. I am somewhat looking at the comments. I'm not like super attentive to the comments, but I am somewhat looking at them. Okay, so we're approaching the base. I need to get myself facing target retrograde. The frame rates are going to be terrible right now. That's because we're in physics range. So how physics works is your processor attempts to calculate accurate physics for yourself and any vessel that's within 2 kilometers or about 2.5 kilometers or so. I think the actual range is 2.25 kilometers or something like that. But it attempts to calculate physics for any vessel that's within that range. So as soon as we got within 2.5 kilometers of the station has to have its physics calculated. And the station's quite large. So there's a lot of parts, and each one of those parts has physics being calculated for it. This is the old version of Kerbal Space Program. This is 113. If we were on 122, the latest version, physics are still calculated, and it still does slow down the frame rates, but it's not nearly as bad. It's pretty good, actually. So, we actually did a stress test stream. I did a stress test stream when 122 went on a public beta and everyone was able to access it. I went on in that. Creaser, to answer your question, are there any mods in the stream? Yes, all the mods that are in the Conquering Kerbal Space Program series are in the stream because this is the Conquering Kerbal Space Program's like save file. I'm pulling our Kerbals home from the save file, so all of the mods. But this version of Kerbal Space Program doesn't handle quite as much, and I didn't install any lights on this. I didn't install any lights on this vessel because I didn't care enough to do so. So we're probably not going to be able to see much, but I also can't tell how far away I am from the station. I can't tell distances because it's not highlighting it for me. No idea why it's chosen not to do that. It just doesn't. So I have to go purely based on better burn time down here. So if I didn't have this mod, I wouldn't be able to tell how close I am to anything. Really annoying. So that little bug is a really, really annoying bug that needs to be worked on. That's okay. I don't need to get very close. Can we stop time acceleration, please? Thank you. I don't need to get very close. I just need to know the numbers. So, all right. Looks like Lightning Clash wants to have a fight with Nightbot. Let's go ahead and activate our engines here really quick. And let's bring ourselves, slow ourselves down and get ready for our rendezvous here. Get ourselves slowed in here. And we want to kill our target velocity. We want to kill the relative velocity down to about 0. There we go. Almost perfect. Let's get ourselves turning again. Let's go ahead and face. Oh, other way. Come on. Turn it around. Attaboy. Turn it around. I need to kill off just a little bit more velocity. Just a little bit more. Chat got quiet. Chat got quiet because this is the part a lot of people struggle with, is rendezvous. And they want to see how I do it, probably. Sometimes that's what it is. So let's kill off the relative velocity. Okay, so now what I want to do is point at target. So find the target indicator on the nav ball. It's up there. Right there. In terms of the surface of Kerbin, we're almost directly below the station. If you're looking at it from the perspective of the surface, we're almost directly below the Kerbin. So if I look at the Kerbin, is right there. It's nighttime, but Kerbin's right there. So if I come up, I'm basically directly below it. and basically not moving at all relative to it. So let's change that. Okay, so now we're going to get really close to the station, which is exactly what we want. So, in about 3 minutes real time, everything in Kerbal Space Program works on real time. So, 3 minutes in game time is actually 3 minutes in real life. But you have a time acceleration feature that allows you to go at 2 times, 4 times. No, I think it's 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, 100 times. 50 times, 20 times. There's a bunch of different scales of how many times you can go. And depending on how close you are to a certain body is how fast you're able to time accelerate, because the closer you are to the body, the more the physics are affected by things. And so you have to be a certain distance away from things in order to time accelerate a certain bit. I'm gonna time accelerate a little bit here. But my current game has a little bit of a bug, which won't exist in 1.2.2. I've already tested it. And that is when I time accelerate and I'm more than 200 meters away from something, when I time accelerate, that something moves. So I'm going to time accelerate now. You see how that shifted in position? It's not supposed to do that, but it did. If I'm more than 200 meters away from something, it will do that. I don't mind. So I'm accelerating time. Time has passed a bit. We're now at 5 times speed. So 5 times as fast as real time. Bringing ourselves into the station. And it doesn't matter. I don't need to be on the station. I just need to be close enough to it to where... I need to be close enough to it to where the Kerbal that's inside can get out, EVA, and do our spacewalk over to this and get in here. And that's I just need to be close enough for that. So I'm technically close enough now, but I want to get a little closer anyway. We're not doing any docking here. We're not really doing any complex rendezvous. We just need to get the Kerbal inside this pod so I can take her home. And then I need to get the engineer that's inside the pod I'm in right now. That engineer needs to get in the other craft. So we're going to do a couple of Kerbal swaps here. Which brings me to my next point. Where in the world did that other vessel go? Because technically I need the other vessel too. So I might need to make 2 rendezvous here. We'll see. Might need to. All right, let's get ourselves pointed properly. Why am I not able to activate my engines? Activate the engine. Am I out of... Come on, activate your engine. What the hell? It's not turning my engine on. What the hell? Go! That's what this button does. What the hell are you doing? I can't turn my engine on. I have plenty of electric charge, but it flat out will not turn my engine on. I just did it. What are you doing? My keyboard is completely frozen up. I can't do anything. Are you kidding me right now? Hold on. Let's quick save this, reload. What in the hell? These are the things I'm talking about. Can I not reload the quick save? Okay, there it goes. That was a little bit weird. Wonder why it was doing that to me. It's like, I don't really want to do anything for you right now. You've played enough Kerbal for tonight, Charlie. I think it's time for this really simple mission to fail. Yeah, really simple. Now, I could chalk this up and say, oh, well, equipment fails on the space program all the time. Maybe you just can't do it because there's something broken. Okay, well, then there would have to be a way to fix that something, yes. Can I turn my engine on now? Yep, it'll work now. No, it kind of won't. There it goes. Weird. Really weird. No idea why it did that, but okay. That was very strange. I'm not a fan of whatever that was. Okay, let's just do this. Let's get our velocity to be nothing. I think that's kind of close enough, but I do want it to get a little closer. So let's get a little bit closer to the station. And to answer your question, no, I have a Corsair. You want to know what keyboard I have? It's a Corsair. I don't know if my full PC specs are in the description, like all the way down to my keyboard, but it might be on my About page of my channel. I don't know. I don't think that's in. I have my system specs in the description, but. Oh, you know what it was? Actually, yeah. Red Dog, you're totally right, dude. Red Dog is totally right about that. That problem was time acceleration. I forgot I had it active. Sometimes when you're when you have decent frame rates, you sometimes forget that the reason why things are moving and at a certain speed are because you have the speed sped up. That's totally what it did. But anyway, I am going to turn this around now. We're going to do a spacewalk and get Alicia to come into this pod. After we get Alicia into this pod, I then need to go and find the lander can, which is fairly close by, I would think. I don't think it's too far away. It only had a relative speed away from the station at about like 200, 0.2 meters per second. Like, it was really easy. And Anthead, yeah, man. I don't know about taking over your life, but if you're interested in a really cool series, I'm trying to make the best one I can. Conquering Kerbal Space Program is that playlist I linked you. Should help you out in learning the game too, because I don't know the game super well, but I think I know it well enough to. Say that you can learn some things from me anyway, as a new player especially. Okay, so let's speed up time a little bit. I don't want to go too fast, and I have to remember that I have time acceleration on this time. Get myself parked right above the station here. There we go. And I think this is kind of close enough. Is this close enough? I mean, she's right there in that pod, in that module right there next to me, so yeah, this is close enough. All right, slow it down to 1 times speed. Yeah, it could be a little closer, but I don't really think it needs to be any closer than this, so let's kill the relative speed. Kill it down to nothing. Well, it's close to nothing, but we'll make sure it's actually nothing. Come on. Turn for me. Frame rates. Frame rates. They're awesome. Welcome to physics in Kerbal Space Program 113. Uh-huh. And here we go. And just a little bit. That should take care of it. Cool. So we're basically have the same speed as the station now. So let's rotate ourselves so that the door to the lander can, the door to this this capsule is on the right side for her when she gets over here. Wherever that is. Hopefully the other lander, the moon arch lander, which is what we're gonna have to rendezvous with next. Hopefully that is is this gonna stop? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's switch to the station. Hopefully that's outside of physics range. I'm hoping that lander can is more than 2 kilometers away, so that when we get close to that, we'll have great frame rates. All right, the PISS. The station. Let's get the station. I want to get Alicia out of it. I think she's in this one, or maybe it's this one. I forget which one she's in. Hold on. Maybe it's the zoo capsule? You in the zoology module? Yep, you're in with the animals. She's in with the space animals. The animals that are in space. Let's go ahead and... You know what? Does the zoology bay have an IVA? Come on. Do you have a view? Oh, it does. Cool. So this is inside the zoology bay. Or at least inside the capsule where she's currently sitting. Oh, we got some pictures of Kerbals. Pictures of some of her friends. Guess the laundry goes there. The board games are in there. The toothbrushes are over there. Apparently there's some science and some more science over there. Oh, this door goes to space. Nice. Okay. Enough playing around. Oh, hang on. Yep, enough playing around. Time to get out. EVA. Okay, so here we are. And we're just gonna get up. Go. Activate backpack. And let's get up out of here. Our scientist. Up, up, up. Hello, frame rates. Okay. We gotta get up to that module right up there. And we'll go right through here. Okay, let's slow ourselves down a bit. Electricity's running out in the Archfinder. That's silly. Am I gonna get tagged because of the life support system now? We're not gonna be able to do this because of the life support of all things. Come on. Apparently it's still in physics range. It's just on the dark side, so it can't get the electricity that it needs. Let's get in the door. Grab the door. There we go. And board the vessel. Okay. Now I need to find the other craft. Where's the other thing? Where's the Moon Arch lander? Moon Arch lander is here. And apparently it's out of electricity, which is stupid. It's running low on electricity. Okay. How close are we to being in the sun? Where is the station? Right there. Okay, so we have to come forward quite a bit with this. I can't tell how far away the station is because I can't see any, like, it doesn't show me that kind of stuff, so. But we gotta be getting pretty close to the outside here, so I think that's gonna be fine. Let's go back to my other vessel here. Okay. So now I need to get to that other craft. Need to get to the Moon Arch lander. The station's fine. We can disassemble that now. It's not a big deal. But I need to get to the Moon Arch lander. That's here. So that's my target. Archfinder. So Archfinder, we are 0.8 meters away from it. And it's traveling away from us at 2.4 meters per second. So I think we need to intervene in that particular arrangement. See if we can get ourselves pointed at the target here. A little bit. We're killing our relative speed to the lander. Whoop. Hold still. Hold still. We have Alicia. So there's nobody else on the station. The station is unmanned now. No one else there except for we still have a few probes. We can still control things. But that would just be through the computers and mission control. It wouldn't be with us. So go this way. And here we go. Okay. Now I need to face the target, which is, I think, that way. Alright, so see if we can get this to point. It can't, it's so slow. I really want to get away from the station. We need to get out of physics range of the station. Really want to get away from the station. Station's over that way. We can probably do it. I can get out of physics range. Alright, let's see about... I'm getting further away from my target, though. I need to get closer to that, so let's... Come on. Come on. Station's slowing my frame rate so bad. Must get turned to the right direction. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. And this way. Okay, we're getting closer to our target. That's good. All right. So, now hopefully if we zoom ahead a little bit here, can we get away from the station enough to get our frame rates back? Come on. Get away from the station. Just enough to where we can get our frame rates back. Yes, do it. Come on, 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. Okay, hang, I have to focus on where I am now, otherwise I'm gonna hit the dang thing. Let's go back this way. And the lander can is there. So that's where I need to get to, is the lander can. So we're gonna take and probably turn to target retrograde. Kate, I know I'm late, man, but you know what? Elias right, man. I don't stop until the job is done. And then I read his next comment. It's still true. Okay, I love it. Let's go like this. Let's go. And let's slow our relative speed a bit here. I don't want to get too out of control. That's good. Speed up a little bit. Speed up time. Come on, I really want to get away from the station. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think we're going to get away from the station. I think we're going to have to do all this within the station's range. Yep, it's probably just within range. Okay. Fair enough. It is what it is. Let's point to the station. No, point at the lander can. I need to get over closer to that. There we go. And over to the lander can. And increasing speed. Stop. We're going to be right on top of that thing. In 4 minutes, we're going to be right on top of it. Of course, when I time accelerate, it will move. It will shift its position. So, yeah. We won't be right on top of it then, but that's okay. I just need to be close enough for the spacewalk because I need to swap out a pilot. I need a pilot out of that to be in here, and I need my engineer to be in that. And you'll see why when I get there. You'll see why when I'm done. As soon as I get there. Station is still within range. Yep, we're still being affected by physics for the station. Otherwise, my frame rates would be 60 frames per second easy. But the station is having to have its physics calculated, and it's messing with us right now. Nothing I can do about that. I know, Noah. I know. It's a 3-hour stream. I know. And if people want to watch a 3-hour stream, cool. If they want to skip ahead and scroll through it later, they can. It's all fine. It's all going to be uploaded later. Everything will be public later. It's fine. Here we go. Actually, what I'll probably do, well, I can't. I don't have the ability to edit my streams after they're published because YouTube is broken. Okay, let's go ahead and time accelerate. Yep, that's going to shift to the position a little bit. That's fine. Let's go ahead and time accelerate. Get closer to it. And stop. Stop the time acceleration. I don't know how close we are because I can't see that kind of thing. It's broken. Seeing that kind of information is broken. So I can't see it. Okay. But I think we're close enough for the spacewalk now. I think we're pretty close. I'm going to get a little closer. Bring it in. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. There we go. Okay, so what I want to do is I need to get a pilot from there into here, or anyone, it doesn't matter who, but somebody from over there into here. And then the engineer, John, needs to get over there. So there's going to be 2 Kerbals in space at once because there's not enough, both pods are full. So we're doing a swap. So I need to have basically 2 Kerbals in space at the same time. So we're going to do that. Just turn the door to face the other craft a little bit here. Slow the relative velocity to, you know, nothing if possible. Oh, Let's go today. Let's aim this down. I need to close the velocity here. If I do it quickly, it's not going to matter. If I do it quickly, it won't matter. It's only 0.2 meters per second. It's not a big deal. All right, let's get John into space. Come on, right? Come on, frame rates. All right, let's get him detached. And we're just gonna kind of back up from this thing a little bit. Here we go. Get up a little bit here. And we'll kind of make our way sort of in the general area and general vicinity of that craft. And then I need to switch vessels. Yep, there we go. Moon Archfinder, good. Archfinder. Okay, now the Archfinder, I need to get some of these out. So let's just grab... Let's grab... As soon as it loads. There we go. Let's just grab Sandriel. Sandriel. Come on. There we go. And now we're going to go this way. Again, the frame rates are only terrible because we're in range of the space station. If we weren't in physics range of the space station, everything would be super smooth right now. But the space station is slowing us down pretty hardcore. What's up, man? High five. Space 5. This is like the highest high five ever. I wonder what the highest high five ever is. Is there like some sort of record on that? The highest high five. That could be right now. This a space 5, right? A high five from space would totally be the highest high five, I think. I mean, what's higher than space? More space, right? Eventually, you get so high in space that there really is no concept of what's high and what's not high. High above what? Exactly. I don't know. All right, let's slow down here. Slow down here. Whoa, pick us up. Need to grab the ladder, buddy. Grab the ladder. Grab the ladder. Uh-oh. Grab the ladder. There we go. Get in the pod. There we go. Whoop. Back up. Back up. Back in. Get in. Forward. There we go. Okay, we are done with this craft for now. Let's go back up to the Kerbal that's currently hanging out. John. Let's go back up to John. Nope, not the station. We need to go to John. What? Cannot switch vessels. Why? Okay, thank you. Alright, there we go. Let's get John into the Moon Archer. Or Moon Archfinder. Guys, stop it. I'm not kidding. Just stop it. I'll take you both out. Quit it. Just stop. Ignore each other. You're gonna give me practice for my parenting, and you're not gonna like it. I'm laughing because I think it's funny that I have to say something, but I'm really not kidding. I'll drop the ban hammer on everyone. I don't care. I'll take the ban hammer, any prison architect role player, and anyone arguing with them. I'll take you all out. Quit it. Just quit it. Go somewhere else. All right. So I've said that. That's the only warning. That's it. It's the last warning you're gonna get. Oh. And then you just won't be able to talk on streams anymore. Let's do this. Grab. And let's board this. There we go. All right. So now we have to get this back home. The problem with that idea, is that we need to use infinite fuel in order to do that, because this actually doesn't have any fuel on it. You know, I want to get my Kerbals back home so I could get the game to 122. So we're going to just use infinite propellant, just enough to get it deorbited, and then we're going to turn it back off. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and rotate the other direction. Go this way. This is what I want to do. Orbit. Retrograde, please. I don't care whose fault it is. It's like, everyone's like, it's your fault, it's your fault. It's like, come on, children, please. It's just stop. I don't care whose fault it is. It's over. Everyone is at 0. Your scorecard is at 0 right now. Starting right now, your scorecard is at 0. Just don't go negative from here, and you're fine. Just stop. It's good. It's fine. All right, here we go. I basically have to burn directly at the station. I don't like this idea. Let's not do that. Let's go like... let's turn this on. Let's go a little bit... Nope, not that way. This way. Let's go a little bit this direction. A little bit this way. All right, like, this is fine. 3, 2, 1, go. Blast the engine. Deorbit ourselves. Here we go. Getting deorbited. And almost. Almost. And that's good. That's good. Okay, so that's good. This craft is now going to be deorbited. It's going to enter the atmosphere. So now that we know that's going to happen, what I want to do... See, this is the lander can. So what I have to do is I have to keep this and this. The lander can doesn't have a heat shield, because this vessel was never designed to come back to Kerbin. When I designed this, I did not design it to come back to Kerbin. That's not the intention for this vehicle. This is a moon hopper. It goes from the station back to the moon, station back to the moon, right? It's a transport vehicle for people going to the moon, right? And going to the Minmus. So I'm repurposing it. Oh shit! What was the shadow? What was the shadow? How close was I to the station? Where is it? Oh my gosh, I was super close to that. Wow, I did not think I would be that close to that. I bet I was only a couple hundred meters away. And I'm easily traveling 200 meters per second slower than that is. So that would have been a pretty big crash. Okay, anyway, so since this is, the purpose of this is never to come back to Kerbin, so I have to repurpose it. That's why I need the engineer. So I'm gonna go like this. And this engineer has a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Before we get deorbited. He has to do this before we get into space. So basically what we have to do is we have to destroy everything that's attached to this vessel below the lander can. So let's come up. I need to click on the legs. Come on. Once the frame rates change, we should be good to go as soon as we get the frame rates back. Come on. Give me back my frame rates. Get away from the station. If we can get away from the station, everything will be cool. Come on. Destroy the lander legs. Yep. Come on. You destroy all these too, unfortunately. Oh. Yep. Get rid of the thruster blocks. Yep. Get rid of the thruster blocks. There's going to be a lot of explosions in this because that's just how KSP rolls. But really, I'm just destroying tiny components, but they're going to explode when you do it because it's just what it does. Here we go. Standard adapter. Come on. I got to be away from the station by now, right? Is that it? I don't think so. No, I'm pretty sure we're not yet. Where is the station? You've got to be close to 2 kilometers away. Come on. Get out of it. Get away from us. Get away from us, station. So close. So close to being out of physics range. Come on. Damn you, physics. Damn you. And your single core, single threading processes. 6-core processor I have. Doesn't make a single bit of difference because there we go. Oh, almost. And then we're good. Okay. Now we're good. Now we have our frame rates back. Yay! We can do what we want without having to worry about the station. Oh, wait. Okay, good. There we go. Still have to deal with garbage collection, though. Okay, so... Oh my gosh. Still have to deal with garbage collection. What else do I have to dismantle? Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Okay, can I get rid of this tank now? Come on. Get rid of the tank. There we go. And this adapter. Cool. And this tank. And you know what? The battery's probably fine. The battery we can leave. I need to actually extend that. Extend that out, and then I think we're good. I'll leave the battery. And we'll let the battery absorb some heat, I guess. Probably not a good idea. I'm just gonna turn heat on. So whatever. I'm just gonna turn heat on. Because I just want to get these guys back safely so I can, you know, transfer the save file. So we're just moving the save file to 122, and I can't have all my Kerbals in space for that. So that's the only reason why we're doing this. Okay, so down we go. Okay. And I need to take care of this garbage collection too. As soon as I get in this pot, I'm gonna take care of the garbage collection too. Okay, in and board. Okay, cool. Let's take care of this garbage collection. Just a little bit of a delay, and then a much better performance after that. Small delay, and then a whole bunch of really good performance. Here we go. Okay. And should be almost good. Almost. And there we go. Should be a lot less garbage collection now. Hopefully. So we're good. So this is going to get deorbited. It can't do anything now. It's completely defenseless. The only thing it can do is rotate. Can't do anything else. So we'll just deorbit this. So let's speed up time until we're in the atmosphere. And here we go. Okay, we're in the atmosphere now. I don't really care about the solar panel, but I'll retract it anyway. It's fine. Whatever. Let's face orbital retrograde. And like I said, I don't really care, so I'm going to turn on ignore max temperature. And you know what? No crash damage too. Fine. Whatever. It's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Okay. So, yes, I am aware of what physics acceleration can do. Thank you. Proceed. Time acceleration. Get this thing deorbited. Oh, okay. Grown-up problems. I know exactly what you mean, man. Grown-up problems. I'm fortunate enough to have a light to moderately successful home-based business and a wife that I can't say she doesn't mind me playing games, because I do get yelled at sometimes. I get a stern wagging of the finger sometimes. But I will say that she's understanding. She knows that what I like. She understands that a exercise in a healthy hobby is good for both morale, both happiness in general, as well as a relationship. She understands that she knows who I am before we got married. That's very important as well. And although women will always try to change men, always, she's at least cool enough with knowing that there are certain things she won't change. And she does a lot of things that I'd like her to change that she's not going to change either. So it's a mutual thing. You know, each of us have our own little things that annoy each other. But for the most part, grown-up things for me is kind of possible around gaming, around it. What I mean by that, I guess gaming can be around life. I have spaces and gaps within my schedule, within things that I do that allow me to continue and try and grow this series, and try to grow the channel. But I admit I'm probably never going to be a full-time YouTuber. I hope to one day be, if I can. That would be awesome. I'm kind of doing full-time YouTube this week just to kind of see what that kind of life would be like. And so far that means waking up at 9 a.m., going to bed at 3 a.m., and rinse and repeat. So far, I think I love it because it's 1 week of doing it, but I don't think I could live that life. I don't think I could. So, but the good thing is, for me anyway, if I had more subscribers, if I had more followers, if I had more views, watch minutes, all that stuff, if I had some of the things that a lot of the bigger YouTubers have in place already, it would be easier to sustain it as a lifestyle with less videos, right? I could do 3 or 4 per day releases, and it would be viable as a career, to where right now I'm doing 3 or 4 day releases and also keeping clients happy. So, and the only reason I'm able to do that now is because my wife is 15,000 miles away, and so is my son. So they're on a trip. I will be joining them at the end of next week. I will be joining them, but I'm not yet. I have work stuff to take care of before I can go. And so I have the unique advantage right now, for at least the first 2 weeks of January, of having no adult stuff. I have no adult responsibilities aside from my home-based business, which really, I think I could probably get away with the workload I have right now, working about 3 to 4 hours a day. Because January is my lightest month of the year, always. It always is. So, but that being said, I fully understand the adult things. I fully understand this whole, you have adult things, so you can't play KSP very often. I know. But I get it, yeah. Up until this month, all the videos I've released for this channel, all of them, have always been created in the off time. You know, the 20 minutes here, the 30 minutes there, between certain things. You know, I have a meeting I scheduled at 2, and it goes till 3, and then I don't have another meeting until 3:30. That's a half-hour gap. Let's go to the bathroom, let's get a drink of water, and see, maybe I can try and design a craft really quick, or maybe I can come up with some idea for a new spaceship or a new rocket in that off time. You know, or maybe my meeting is a phone conversation with a client. I'm going to be over the phone, or it's a Skype chat or something. I can have KSP running, a current mission. You know, maybe I'm waiting for a certain orbit or something. Or I'm on my way to Minmus, whatever that case may be. I can have the game running, do my Skype chat from my laptop while it's running, and then when the meeting's done, just jump right back in, if I can, or work on the website that I'm trying to build, or the video I'm trying to produce, or in one instance, a voice acting gig that I had, and try to record that at the same time as everything else, you know, as everything else is going on. So, a lot of things. It's juggling. That's what responsibilities really is. Adulthood is juggling. Figuring out how to juggle. That's what that is. But, yeah. Uh-oh. I do have Ignore Max Heat on, right? So, there shouldn't be a problem here. Shouldn't be a problem here. I have Ignore Max Heat. I just need the parachutes to not die. I need the parachutes to not get taken out. Let's do Unbreakable Joints. Infinite. Let's just do them all. I don't care. I just want people back home. I don't know what that was, but it better not have been parachute. Parachutes are right here at the top. They should be good. Yep. Okay. Like I said, this vessel was never designed to come back, so I'm completely fine with cheating to get it back. Because that was not the design for this craft, so. And, I don't need that on anymore. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys liked my little aside of adulthood. Somebody made a comment and it just got me going. That's what happens. You got me going, man. I like adult things. I do. Don't get me wrong. I think, I think life is awesome. I wouldn't go back to college ever. College lifestyle, I wouldn't go back. No way. This is awesome. Just it's completely cool. Having a kid, completely good. Totally good with it. Wouldn't change a thing. Okay. So, anyway, back to KSP. Back to conquering Kerbal Space Program, where we're going to actually get our parachutes out before we die. And we're coming down in the nighttime again. That's pretty much the canon landing for Charlie. For me. It's my canon landing. This is coming down in the pitch black of nightness. Probably on the water, but I don't really know. Is that where I am? Can't even tell. Nope. Completely black. No light at all. It's okay. Any minute now my parachutes are going to open full. There we go. Open them up. Slow us down. And not bad. 9 meters per second. That's cool. Okay, in the water. Yep. In the water. Okay, recover the vessel. Kerbal Space Program featuring Charlie and his subscribers coming April 1st, 3000. No, I would hope. My original plan for this series was to have it completed by the end of this year. I don't know if I can do that, but when I started Conquering Kerbal Space Program, I started it with the intention that it would take me 1.5 years to complete the challenge. I hope that this SSD breaking fiasco that has put our save file in jeopardy and has forced all this stuff to happen like this, I would hope that that doesn't slow that goal. It probably will. It's most certainly going to make it harder, but I hope it doesn't ruin that goal. All right, so there's that. That's done. Last thing to bring home is the other can. Last thing to bring home is the rocket I just sent up. And then at that point, every Kerbal, aside from the ones on the moon and the ones in Minmus, every Kerbal should be back and it should be healthy and it should be fine. Should be. I keep saying should be, but you know, whatever. So let's find it again. Where's the rescue craft? There it is. Rescue craft. Let's go to that. And it's certainly going to be in physics range of the station again, so we're going to have a short period of time here where, short period of time where we have terrible frame rates again. The Kerbal Redux mod at the top tells you which biome river. Yep. Lots and lots of mods. The stream is so long it could be a movie. I have had some pretty long streams before. It doesn't bother me. Doing long streams, it doesn't bother me. If people like it, if people want to watch it, they will. If it's like, oh my god, it's like, oh, it's too long, I can't watch this. Well, then scrub through it. If you're interested in it, you'll scrub through it. It's YouTube, man. You have control over everything. And if nobody wants to watch it, then nobody wants to watch it. But, I'm still streaming it. I'm just doing what I want. Whatever. It's cool. It is what it is. And Scott Gordon, your sentence is quite a bit longer now. I'm six episodes ahead of the uploads. I've recorded 6 episodes ahead of what's been published so far online, so I can tell you right now your sentence is quite a bit longer than you know. All right, we're still in physics range of the station. Need to go retrograde. And I don't need any of the cheats on anymore. I can take it from here. Don't need any cheats on. Not a big deal. This craft was designed to come back, so it's piece of cake to come back. Let's do it. Let's deorbit ourselves. We're going to deorbit ourselves on the dark side, which hopefully means that we'll come down and land on Kerbal. I almost did IVA. I'll do an IVA later. There are some YouTubers that do like whole missions in IVA. I'm not that good. I don't think I could do that. How is my trajectory? Trajectory looks okay. Perhaps we increase it a bit here. Oh, come on, engine. Too many iterations. Whatever. Come on, does this mean I'm coming down in the daytime? Sure does. Sure does. We're coming down in the daytime now, folks. Hopefully we don't collide with the station. Looks like we're not going to collide with the station. Bye-bye, space station. The next time I see you, it will be 113. Or nope. The next time I see you will be in 1.2.2. Where I will have to probably completely rebuild you because that's the only way to get you there. So I'm going to have to completely rebuild the station. That will probably be another stream where I completely rebuild the station. Hopefully with similar parts. I hope. I hope it doesn't get too different. I want it to be roughly the same. I have plans for that. That design's not done. That station's not done. There's a whole nother section that's supposed to be attached to that eventually. And then there's a huge fuel element to that too. It's supposed to be a huge fuel reserve on that station too. So that station was probably about, I would say, 75% assembled. That's probably a good estimate. Oh, hello. That's good. How's our battery life? Fully charged. Nice. Let's go ahead and retract these. Oh, we can't retract them. Because I didn't care to retract them. Why didn't you care to retract them, Charlie? Well, I'll tell you why. Because of this. Ha 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 ha. Ta-da! Goodbye. 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 Okay. So hopefully that will also deorbit. I imagine it will. And now we're left with just our lander can. Piece of cake. Did I ever get around to welding the station parts? Yes, I tried that in a live stream. We tried to weld it. It didn't turn out too well. It didn't work as well. I think I had to just learn a little bit better on how to weld the parts. I think there's a few rules that I might have missed, but we tried to do it in a live stream once. Turned out okay-ish, but it ultimately, it wouldn't have worked. The way I did it, it wouldn't have worked. There's just a lot of rules you have to follow when you're trying to weld parts together. But basically, I was kind of hoping that with 122, I wouldn't have to weld them. I was kind of hoping that maybe the performance of 122 would be enough to say, you know, that it doesn't matter. The performance would be fine. And we wouldn't need to worry about it. I mean, we did a stress test on this channel. If you haven't seen the stress test yet, it is a good stream. You don't have to watch the whole stream. Start it like halfway into it and then watch the last half. I stressed when we very first day that 122 was released as a beta, not even released publicly, but like just a beta. I did a live stream where I stress tested KSP 1.2. This is before it was 122. It was 1.2. I stress tested it. It's a live stream. It's up on the channel somewhere. And we had, what was it, 30? I want to say it was two crafts in orbit, like 100 meters apart. I actually in the end, I actually end up docking them together. But two crafts, both crafts have over 3,200 parts. Both of them each have over 3,200 parts. And we were still getting like 15 frames per second, something like that. 20 frames per second, something like that. So like the stress test was amazing. It was like, oh my god, I can't believe we have this good a performance with all these parts. It was very cool. But I was kind of hoping that with 122, the same thing would apply. The station would be fine, you know? I was kind of hoping that was the case, but anyway. So, as soon as this is landed and I'm done, I'm back, or I have all the Kerbals back, I'm going to end the stream. So, the stream is basically over now. If you like the stream, I know it's really long, but if you like the stream, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you like KSP and you're not subscribed already, consider doing so. I understand that if you're going to look at my channel, you're going to be like, the last time you uploaded KSP was like a month ago, probably even longer. I know. I have, I've had technical difficulties related to a hard drive that ultimately leads us to where we are today with me trying to get my save file to work in 122. So once that happens, the series will continue. New episodes will be released regularly, and everything will be right in the world. But until then, I have other content that I have to create to satisfy, hopefully, a diverse audience, as well as trying to grow a channel and trying to make this a viable part-time job, if you will, but a really fun job, but a viable part-time job nonetheless. So, yeah. So I'm going to release all I can, when I can, as much as I can, like I've been saying since day one. Yeah, so, Paul, yeah, seriously, it's Shadow Zone crazy. It's nuts. And it's like Shadow Zone's crafts would work really well in 1.2 if they were compatible. But anyway, yeah, find that live stream on the channel somewhere. I don't remember where it is. If you type in a Google search or a YouTube search like KSP 1.2 stress test hot tips, you might probably don't even have to put hot tips. You just put stress test in the search. You'll probably get it. It's a live stream. It's on the channel. Just go to like halfway in. No, you don't have to start. Don't start from the beginning. It's me building things and playing around with parts. Start like 60-70% in of the way in, and just watch the last 40%, last 35%, and you'll see two huge crafts. I think there's 3,200 or 3,600, something like that, parts on each of them. And their two crafts are like 100 meters apart, so they're both easily physics range. And we're getting like 15 frames per second, 20 frames per second. It's really great. And then I dock them together. And as soon as I dock them together, the frame rate drops like to 3 or something. It's crazy. Because that's the way 1.2 works. It changes it to where each vessel, each craft, has its own processing thread. And so when they're two vessels, they each have their own processing thread. They're fine. Once you dock them together, now you have all those parts on one thread. Changes the game up a little bit because they're considered one craft. And then, of course, I end the stream with a glorious fireball of destruction, because that's what you have to do in KSP. Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna do it for the stream, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I honestly don't care if anybody watches this afterwards. I just had fun hanging out with you guys live. So I might do more KSP streams in the future. Hopefully ones that have goals and are more productive. Kind of like the Duna challenge that we had before. If you haven't seen the Duna challenge streams, those were pretty fun. I had to have an SSTO that... What was it? What was the challenge? Build an SSTO that can haul... Build an SSTO that has a rover... has to land on the surface of Duna. You have to land the SSTO on Duna, launch it from Kerbin's surface, land it on Duna. It has to take a rover as well as take 16 Kerbals, I think is what it was. So the requirement was like haul 16 Kerbals to Duna, land on the surface, and also have a rover on the surface which collects science. And that's what you have to build, and that was the challenge. And we did that for like a couple live streams, and that was pretty fun. And then I loaded up some of your guys' crafts. I had some crafts sent to me to try out for the challenge, and they ended up winning Steam gift cards. I sent them some gift cards as a token of thanks for participating and also for just being awesome. And that was pretty fun. So those streams are up on the channel somewhere too. You can see what we came up with. Modded parts were allowed, but the idea was to keep it as stock as possible. So we had to use quite a bit of stock in it, but, well, it is what it is. Anyway, so down we go. As soon as these guys are safe, I will just end the stream there. Just want to make sure they're safe. I know that's a concern for all of you as well. Concerned about the safety of Jebediah, Sandriel, and Alicia. Uh-oh. There we go. About 5,000 meters above the water. Blah, 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 blah. Also, like, playing in 4K? Yeah, man. No, I'm not doing that right now. I'm playing 1440p right now, but with the new version, I'm going to be playing in 4K because I have my GTX 1080 now, so that looks even better. It looks amazing. I'm not sure I will, because if I remember correctly, the user interfaces for the mods don't scale. The stock ones do, like these timers and stuff. The stock ones do scale with the resolution, but the rest of them don't, which is odd to me. I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to. Maybe I'll have to do this, but either way, it's fine. I just like looking at cool things and like looking at them in really sharp resolutions and seeing beautiful images on my 4K displays. Yeah, it's really great. There comes down the water. That's going to do it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate it. I will, I will see you guys next time. It's been fun. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.